3, 2.
You are looking live at Lackawanna County Stadium in Moosic. The District 2 Class AA game between Nanticoke and Dunmore has just ended with Nanticoke coming out on top 6-5 in 8 innings. So we're going to be delayed on our WYLN Sports Special presentation of the District 2 Class AAA matchup between the 5-seed Tunkhannock Tigers and the Hazleton area Cougars. Both teams will be allowed time to warm up before tonight's game, so we're going to be delayed by about half an hour. We're going to send it back to our studios in Hazleton for today's edition of 35 Live.
Well, today is Thursday, June 3rd, and it was on this day back in 1851 that baseball uniforms were worn for the first time by the New York Knickerbockers. They're the ones who put the first uniforms on. And that's real good because before that, I guess maybe they just played baseball naked. I don't know. We hope you'll stay tuned for today's show because we got a sporty, fully clothed 35 Live coming your way. Hi, and welcome to today's 35 Live. I'm Doug Farley, and we have our first guest right off the bat, and I say that purposely because we're going to talk baseball, Williamsport baseball, in fact, with Lou Hunzinger, author of a new book called Williamsport's Baseball Heritage. He wrote this along with James B. Quiggle Jr. And Lou, welcome to the show. Glad you could be here.
Thank you.
Did I pronounce his name correctly? Quiggle?
Yes, you did.
Very good. First, let me hold the book up for you so people can see it. And while they're looking at the name of the book and what it looks like, what prompted you to put this book together?
Well, in a sense, this was supposed to be book number 2. Starting in 1991, my partner Jim Quiggle and I decided, we were sitting up at Bowman Field where the professional baseball is being played at, and we were in the last year of our association with the Eastern League with the Williamsport Bills. And we were afraid at that time that professional baseball in Williamsport would be no more, and it looked at that time like that would be the case. So we decided, well, nobody's written a history of professional baseball in Williamsport. They've written all kinds of things on Little League. That's been pretty well drummed in fairly well. So we decided, why don't we look into our baseball heritage here in Williamsport? So we decided to start combing the microfilms and talking to people and different things like that. And now 8 years later, we've come to fruition with the photographic book there, Williamsport's Baseball Heritage.
Right.
That's basically an outgrowth of what we were doing with the narrative book. The narrative book right now that we wrote is being reviewed by Penn State Press, and hopefully they will decide to publish our narrative book.
So you're doing kind of a Star Wars thing where the prequel may come out after this part.
Well, yeah, this is supposed to be book number 2.
This was supposed to be
This
number
is the
2.
companion volume to book number 1, but that's all right. You know,
Right.
We hope we built some interest up for that.
Well, that'll be good.
Well,
we have some pictures that we put. We can keep talking.
Sure,
But there
there's
are
a
some
lot
pictures
of
inside of this book that are just phenomenal shots you wound up getting for this book.
Sure, there's a lot of history here in Hazleton too. I mean, there was a team here called the Hazleton Mountaineers for many, many years.
Here in Hazleton?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Now, the picture you're looking at now is a team from the early 1920s. I think that was like 1923 or 24. The first 2 years we were in the old New York Penn League, we won the championship in 1923 and 24. The shot you're seeing now is an aerial view of Bowman Field in 1955.
Wow.
They took that and it before they put the new road in up in that area and some other changes.
Sure.
And that's another old team, probably 1925 or 1926 team. Now, some of the people on that team are Adam Komorowski, who's from nearby Swoyersville.
Oh, wow.
He led the National League in triples one year. I believe Walter Mulehawes is in that picture. He played for the Philadelphia Athletics for a while.
Okay.
That's a team from 1926, a man by the name of Tracy Barrett, who later became known as Cupid Dick Barrett, who won over 300 games in the Pacific Coast League, is in that picture.
Wow.
This picture is a picture of some of the Philadelphia Athletics before an exhibition game at Williamsport in the summer of 1934.
Cool.
they're sitting next to a bus there, and I just thought it was a very interesting image, so we added that to the book.
We have one more picture, I think, here too.
That is Mule Hawes on the left, Tommy Richardson, who was vice president of the Williamsport Baseball Club at the time, and on the right is the Beast, Jimmy Fox, one of the great sluggers of the 1930s.
Sure.
In there.
So that's great stuff, and that's just a sample of some of the pictures that
That's
are
right.
in this book.
Right.
It chronicles the history of Williamsport baseball. When was the first baseball team in Williamsport professional?
First professional team was in 1886 in the old Pennsylvania State League.
Wow.
Now, that's not too far from the time when the first team here in Hazleton, the following year, 1887, Hazleton was a member of the Central Pennsylvania League. So
Okay.
Williamsport and Hazleton got into professional baseball at about nearly the same time. It's just we were fortunate enough to stay in it a little bit longer.
You still have the baseball going on.
Right.
Real quick, tell us where they can find this book.
They can get this at the Walden bookstore up at the Lycoming Mall.
Okay.
They can get it through Arcadia Press in Charleston, South Carolina. They can get it from me in Williamsport. My address is 1137 High Street in Williamsport.
Okay.
They can also get it at Otto's Bookstore in downtown Williamsport. And also this year at the ballpark, they'll be selling the book.
And the new name of the Williamsport team is the Crosscutters.
That's correct.
And you are the official fan club president or something,
That's
right?
great, the Booster Club president.
Okay, very
so
cool.
I wear a couple hats when actually it's because of my interest in the professional baseball history that got me so involved with the current minor league team that's there, because I really am interested in keeping the heritage going.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you being here. Again, the book is called Images of America, Williamsport's Baseball Heritage. Well worth a look at Lycoming Mall, Williamsport, one of the places that has it. We got a big game tonight here in the area, Hazleton area versus Tunkhannock, and you can see that game live tonight on WYLN starting at 7:30. And Tim Thompson got a chance to talk with Hazleton area coach Jeff Antolick this morning about tonight's game that, again, you're going to see live starting at 7:30 right here on WYLN TV 35. Going to be a real big game, District 2 championship. And we're going to go to Tim Thompson's sports scene right now with Jeff Antolick and see what the coach has to say about tonight's game.
Scene. We are at Hazleton Area High School with the head baseball coach, Jeff Antolick. Jeff, congratulations on getting into the finals tonight. I know you're excited about
Great.
it.
Thank you, Tim. Yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, to go for a district championship tonight, having won the Wyoming Valley Conference, it'd be nice to get this other title under our belt and move on to the state tournament.
All right, now you're going to go up against Tunkhannock tonight. This will be the fourth time you've faced them this season.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing about playing each team in your conference 3 times, that now, again, you're playing them the 4th time in the district play. And as we've talked about earlier, it shows how strong the Wyoming Valley Conference is. With 3 teams from the Lackawanna League and 3 teams from the conference, Wyoming Valley Conference in the district play, we have the 3 teams from Wyoming Valley Conference winning all their games and not one team winning from the Lackawanna League.
And they won big. I mean, we had some 10-0 ball games, things like that against the Lackawanna team.
Yep, I mean, Pittston comes out and beats Honesdale 10-0, and then we come out and beat Pittston 9-5. Tunkhannock has beaten both Abington Heights and Wallenpaupack 7-2 and 10-7 respectively. So, I mean, it says the strength of our league is pretty much dominant over the Lackawanna League.
Okay, now let's switch a little bit and look at tonight's starting lineup. Let's talk a little bit about each player. Your leadoff hitter, Jesse Day. What can we say about Jesse?
I mean, Jesse's been pretty much our cornerstone for the whole season. I mean, he's led the league in many categories. He was right up there in batting average. We always look for him to start the game off and try to get on base first. So, as Coach and I always say, if we can get Jesse on to lead off the game, we're feeling pretty good about our chances.
All right, your number 2 hitter, Grabelny.
Grabelny, I mean, he's just a true hitter. I mean, going 4 for 4 against Pittston area in our previous game, he just comes up and hits the ball where it's pitched. And, I mean, I look for big things for him tonight as well.
All right, number 3 hitter, Gino Zambati.
Gino, our center fielder, great defensively, outstanding arm, tracks down just about anything that's hit out there. Defensively, definitely one of our top outfielders, and offensively probably hits the ball as hard as any player we have.
All right, in the cleanup spot, Forstner.
John Forstner, third baseman, cleanup hitter, again a left-handed hitter, another true hitter, hits the ball where it's pitched, and just an all-around great athlete.
All right, then you're going to go with the DH, Platukas.
Platukas, anyone who has come to see our home games can see the power that he can generate, and there's no doubt that he can certainly get one out of Lackawanna County Stadium as well. And again, another left-handed hitter, which we're fortunate to have, and I expect big things for him from tonight.
Now, and then we go to O'Donnell. Now, O'Donnell showed some power in the stadium last time you were there.
Yeah, Joey, I think, was trying to get frustrated, or got a little frustrated. He gets his first at bat, hits a double, one hops the wall in left field, and then they switch pitchers to a right-handed pitcher compared to a left-handed, and I take him out and put Jude in because that's the way our team works. We can go lefty-righty, and he's another guy who hit the ball well up at Tunkhannock, has hit the ball well against Pappy, and I think he's going to have a nice game tonight.
All right, now we're going to go to your pitching staff here. You're going to go with Neil Palumbo tonight as a starter, but according to PIAA rules, all your pitchers are going to be eligible for tonight.
Correct, yeah. I've chosen Neil to start the game for us tonight. We do have, like he had said, 4 days since our last game, so Jesse Day is available, Joey O'Donnell and John Fortune are available, but Neil's a veteran. He's pitched in big games before in his career. He's been throwing the ball real well for us as of late with some bullpens. He threw down at Parkland for us in a scrimmage game, and he wants the ball, and I have a lot of confidence in him. I think he's going to have a nice game.
Okay, now behind the plate, Heckman.
Michael Heckman, I can't say enough about that kid. Not just the way he's played. He's not only is an excellent catcher, defensively has a very good arm, has come up with big hits for us, but here's a kid who's #1 in his class out of 595. And his work ethic he's been pretty much the silent leader for us this whole year on the team.
Great. All right, now we go to your ninth man, Hoppy.
Scott Hoppy, he and Amori Rojas have been kind of switching on and off there at second base. Hop has been hitting the ball real well for us down the stretch here and has made some real good plays, started a real nice double play for us against Pittston, which got us out of a jam, and he's another kid I have a lot of confidence in, and I know tonight, he's a gutsy kid and he wants to be in the situation. 9-hole hitter, I think he realizes how big of a position that really is. He can set the table for our number 1, 2, and 3 hitters coming up.
All right, well, great. Well, good luck to you tonight. Join us tonight, YLN Live at Lackawanna County Stadium. The starting time is 7:30. Join us then.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Coach. And went out early this morning and took care of that. Should be a real good game. And again, it is Hazleton area versus Tunkhannock. That game is live tonight from Lackawanna County Stadium, starting at 7:30 right here on WYLN TV 35. Going to be well worth your time to check out. Now, some other games coming up this weekend throughout the area that you want to make sure you check out. We have a few things we want to show you here. These are games that you'll want to make sure you partake in. If you get a chance to get out to the ballparks and support these teams, please do so. And when we come back, we're going to be talking with Central Columbia retiring teacher Sharon Chapman as our Salute to Teachers continues on 35 Live. Let's take a look at those games.
The best.
Welcome back to Lackawanna County Stadium. We are getting set for the PIAA District 2 AAA final between the number 5 seed Tunkhannock Tigers and the number 2 seed Hazleton Area Cougars. I'm Marty Burns, joined tonight by Tim Thompson. And Tim, in the matchups earlier on this season, Hazleton Area came out on top 2-1 for Tunkhannock. They're going to send a right-hander, Jeff Pappy, to the mound.
Yeah, Jeff's got a record of 7-2. One of his losses being against Hazleton. He's got an ERA of 1.72. Struck out 37 batters and walked 9. He's had a great season.
And there you're getting a look at Jeff, number 26. He'll be on the mound tonight in about, we'll say, 20 or 25 minutes. And when we go to the other side of the diamond, Hazleton area first-year head coach Jeff Antolick has chosen Neil Palumbo to be his moundsman tonight.
Neil's got a 4-0 record. He's got an ERA of 4.43. Walked 19 batters, struck out 26. He's had a very good, successful season also.
Okay, and you can't say that Hazleton area is an outright favorite. They did win the Wyoming Valley Conference title this year, first year under their UCM head coach Jeff Antolick. But Tunkhannock with the big upset Saturday over the #1 seed Wallen Paupack to get here. So anything can happen here tonight, right, Tim?
Oh, this game's going to be wide open. Both teams are all psyched up for it. We're going to see a lot of competitive baseball here tonight.
Okay, we mentioned earlier on tonight, Nanticoke defeated Dunmore 6-5 in 8 innings to win the District 2 Class AA final. That's why we're delayed here at Lackawanna County Stadium. We're looking at another 20 minutes before the start. Both teams will get a chance to get on the field and warm up tonight before the District 2 Class AAA final between Tunkhannock and Hazleton area. We return you to 35 Live.
Yeah, there's a lot of real good baseball action going on, softball action as well this weekend. Check them all out if you get a chance. A lot of championships happening. Continuing with our salute to teachers here on 35 Live, let's go to Central Columbia. This is outside of the Bloomsburg area, up in the Mifflinville area there. And we're going to turn the spotlight on first grade teacher Sharon Chapman, who is retiring from Central Columbia after many years of service in that school district. And let's see what Sharon Chapman has to say about retiring after all these years. Mrs. Chapman, how long have you been a teacher?
33 years in 3 different states, yes.
3 different states, besides Pennsylvania, where else?
West Virginia and Tennessee.
Wow. Of course, you like Pennsylvania the best.
Absolutely, absolutely, yes.
Well, we're here at Central Columbia. Now, you teach first grade.
Right, mm-hmm.
And, go ahead.
21 years I've been in Central Columbia.
Oh,
okay.
wow. So the kids always get asked what's their favorite subject. What's your favorite subject?
I'm not sure I would have one. I kind of like them all. Probably language arts, if I had to pick reading, something, that would probably be it.
So and you like to read to the kids all the time?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay.
And how about some career highlights? What's a highlight of your career so far?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I seem to have been lucky enough to have a lot of good classes. That would be a highlight. I've seen the children grow. I can see them do so much more writing, and the technology. So many advances have been made in education, and the boys and girls just respond to it. And that's wonderful.
And as far as technological development, what kind of changes have you seen in teaching over the years?
Well, if you were to look on my back wall right now, you would see stories that the children had done on the computer. We are writing whole page stories. They also did some work with something called Kid Pix, where they drew a planet and then on the computer and then printed it out. They know how to scan. They just know all kinds of things now. We have a computer and printer in every room. We have a wonderful computer lab, which we go to at least once a week. So the things are they're just marvelous that the first graders can do with technology.
And what are you going to miss the most?
The children, yes.
And why?
Well, that's why I'm here. So that's the bottom line. And I will miss the children, I really will. But, you know, it's time for me to retire. I'm at the age where I should be retiring. I don't feel it inside, but in the morning I get out of bed a little more creakily. So it's time, I think, Doug.
And what kind of plans do you have when you retire?
Well, my husband retired 3 years ago and opened a small landscaping business, and he says I get to be the chief weeder. We also have all of our family except one daughter live out of the area, so we hope to do some traveling. But I'm going to just enjoy life as I've been doing.
Sure.
So, okay.
And one final question, how do you feel about retiring?
Well, I just look upon it as another step in my life. It's hard to describe. I'm just going to another level. I'm still going to substitute, so I'll be with the children. I still have a lot of friends in the school family, but I guess I'm just looking forward to kind of doing more what I want to do when I want to do it.
Okay. That's it. And Mrs. Chapman is a wonderful teacher. She's a wonderful person, and the kids love her, the parents love her. She's going to be sorely missed when Central Columbia comes back in the fall. And Mrs. Chapman, we salute you for your fine career in teaching. When we come back up, we're going to check out some health stuff with Dr. Jan Sideraut from Penn State Geisinger in Danville. That's coming up next on 35 Live.
Stuff is breaking down all around me. How to get it fixed is starting to confine me. There's only one place that I can depend on. My do-it-best store will help get the job done.
It's my favorite store because of the price value, and you have very courteous employees. Everybody's really friendly here, and I enjoy shopping here.
Give me a hammer, hand me a saw. I'm not slowing down till I've done it all. I love saving money and time at my do-it-best store.
Join Max Andrews as he takes you each week to the world's best resorts, the most challenging courses, the greatest places to travel, the latest in equipment, personal interviews with pros, instruction to improve your game and the products to assist you, and the greatest traditions in the world of golf. Join Club Golf each week on this station.
We're from the John Allegretto construction team. Please join us for the Relay for Life for Friday, June the 4th at 6 p.m. till Saturday, June the 5th at 6 p.m. You'll have a great time. We really need your support. See you there.
I'm Alex Payne. Join me each week for spectacular rescues, medical heroics.
When we can help these animals and do something good for them and make them well, it's so satisfying.
And heartbreaking stories. It's Animal Rescue.
Sunday mornings at 9, right here on award-winning WYLN.
What a trip!
Yabba-dabba-doo!
The past collides with the future.
Yow!
When the Jetsons time travel to the Stone Age.
This outfit, it's a little thrifty.
And then zap the Flintstones to the Space Age.
We're from Bedrock, about 1 million years back that way.
Everyone will have the time of their lives.
It's gonna be tough.
When the Jetsons meet the Flintstones.
And welcome back. Dr. Jan Sidorov from Penn State Geisinger in Danville has a look at catheterization techniques for us today.
We're in the cardiology suite, the catheterization suite of the Geisinger Medical Center, where behind me a patient had a heart attack earlier today. This morning, one of the arteries in his heart blocked off, precipitating or causing a heart attack. Right now, the doctors are working to try to open up that artery. You can see to my left images of the heart as the dye is going through the arteries as part of the study to find out the best course of treatment for this individual. In this particular case, there's probably going to be a cardiac stent placed. In other words, a small pipe is going to be placed in one of the arteries in an effort to open it up and restore blood flow. And that's going to preserve a lot of the heart muscle that this person would otherwise lose as a result of the heart attack. This is a picture of a cardiac catheterization where a catheter comes down and injects dye into the arteries that feeds the heart. And as you can see, there's one spot right there where all of a sudden the flow is cut off completely. That's what a heart attack is all about. A blood clot has developed right there and there's no blood flow going to that part of the heart, and that's what causes a heart attack.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Sidorov, and thank you to the patient who allowed us to actually tape some of that stuff there. Let's take a quick look at some stuff that happened on this day in history. Back in 1875, today was the day Alexander Graham Bell made the first phone call, if you will. He was trying to make this phone system work and spilled some acid on himself and then called to an assistant to come and help him, and the assistant heard it over the phone line, and the phone was invented. That was 1875. The mighty Casey has struck out as the poem Casey at Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer was published for the first time this day in 1888. Bikinis, one of my favorite things. Bikinis were introduced this day in 1946, and the movie Big with Tom Hanks came out this day in 1988. If you would like to send us information about something coming up with an organization that you are involved with, or if you have a birthday and you'd like to send us a picture and the name of the person having the birthday and their age, send it to this address, 35 Live, care of WYLN 35, 750 Thompson Street in Hazleton, and the zip code is 18201. Just get us any information at all, and maybe we can take care of that for you. Don't forget the Walden Books and the Star Wars Battle Droid giveaway. You can still register at Walden Books until early tomorrow morning, and that's where we're going to be planning on giving this away, the Battle Droid, tomorrow here on 35 Live. When we come back, we'll take a look at the lineup for tonight here on WYLN on 35 Live.
Welcome back to Lackawanna.
Give you a goose and you're going out the window.
Would be the first time I went out. That was the time we lost him.
Welcome back to Lackawanna County Stadium. We're getting set for Tunkhannock. Tunkhannock and Hazleton area. We were delayed after the first game, went extra innings. We're looking at about another 10-15 minutes before the Tigers and Cougars will have the first pitch of this District 2 AAA final. And Tim, we were looking at the starting lineups, and for Tunkhannock, Ryan Crispel is going to be hitting third. He's number 17. He's going to be playing shortstop tonight, and Ryan's well known in the area. We saw him a couple years ago in football against Hazleton area up at Harmon Guy Stadium when he was a sophomore. He's got 1 year remaining. Heck of an athlete.
Oh, he's a great quarterback. He runs well, passes well, you know, and he plays a little defense too. So, I mean, he's a well-rounded athlete.
For Tunkhannock to pull off the upset, what do you think that the Tigers have to do to beat the number 2 seed in Wyoming Valley Conference champion Hazleton area Cougars?
Well, they're definitely going to have to hit the ball tonight. The Cougars' defense has been real consistent. Their pitching's consistent. They will score a few runs themselves, so you're definitely going to have to out-hit them to win.
And during your interview that we saw about 20 minutes ago on 35 Live with head coach Jeff Antolick, he selected Neil Palumbo, but he did mention that he has the other 2 pitchers remaining. Do you think the strategy was to get your best defense out there to start the game?
I think he's looking at a strong defense early. Palumbo has a little bit better velocity than the other pitchers, so I think he's looking for the good fastball and shut down Tunkhannock.
Live month, and that's every month from here on out. Tonight on WYLN, let's take a look at the lineup at 7 o'clock. It's Your Life with Richie Molinaro. Guests are motivational speaker Mark Evans and Jimmy Brennan talking about some car care. The big game tonight at 7:30. We have got the District 2 Championship tonight, Hazleton area versus Tunkhannock. Tim Thompson, Marty Burns will be doing the play-by-plays for that. 9:30, it's a repeat of last night's excellent and very interesting Viewpoint with Don Pachentz and special guest Jack Mundy. And at 10 o'clock, it's the Polka Connection with the Shoreliners. Tomorrow on 35 Live, John Duda from the Hazleton Walmart will be here to talk about Code Adam and what it means to us. Mark Major and Wayne Bauer from the Schuylkill County Visitors Bureau will fill us in on this weekend's Schuylkill River Sojourn, which is a 7-day canoe trip from Schuylkill Haven to Philadelphia. And Sally Halbly will be here with Your Town Berwick. We do appreciate you watching. We hope you join us again tomorrow for another edition of 35 Live.
Tonight's District 2 AAA final is brought to you by Stroman Bakeries, JAMA Bikes, and Tri-County Business Machines. You are looking live at Lackawanna County Stadium in Moosic, where tonight WYLN is proud to present this sports special presentation, the PIAA District 2 Class AAA Final between the number 5 seed Tunkhannock Tigers and the number 2 seed Hazleton Area Cougars. We welcome you here to Lackawanna County Stadium. I'm Marty Burns, and tonight I'm joined once again by Tim Thompson. And Tim, we got a matchup of two Wyoming Valley Conference teams, and briefly this morning on 35 Live, you discussed with Jeff Antolick. It seemed that the Wyoming Valley Conference had the Lackawanna League's number in these District 2 playoffs.
Yeah, all the Wyoming Valley Conference teams knocked off the Lackawanna County teams, and it's all represented now in the finals by the Wyoming Valley Conference, and this is the fourth matchup now with Tunkhannock and Hazleton Area.
And there you're getting a look at head coach Jeff Antolick, his first season with Hazleton Area, not his first experience as a head coach. He did coach briefly across the street from Hazleton Area at Bishop Hayfie. What do you think Coach Antolick is telling his players?
Well, right now, he wants to keep them relaxed. He doesn't want them to get pressing themselves because they've played Tunkhannock before. They know they're capable of beating Tunkhannock, which they've already done twice. So he wants to keep them relaxed, loose, so that they can play their normal game.
And when you go to the other side of the diamond, I would think that head coach Gary Slick told his Tigers that basically, let's remember the one time that we did beat Hazleton Area this season.
They are capable of beating Hazleton. They did it once, and he's got to remind his boys that they could do it again, and they've got to stay on top of their game to knock off this Hazleton Area ball club.
Okay, we're going to get a look at the Tunkhannock starting lineups for tonight's game, brought to you by Schumacher Engineering. And head coach Gary Slick will lead off with right fielder Matt Davis. Batting second will be third baseman Bob Daniels. The shortstop, we talked to him before during 35 Live, Ryan Crispel, quarterback of Tunkhannock. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, is pitcher Jeff Pappy. At first base will be Dave Gay. Batting sixth and playing left field is Jason Yablonsky. In center field and batting seventh, Sean Alden. Batting eighth, the second baseman Brian Quinn. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Ken Burridge. That is your Schumacher Engineering starting lineup for the Tunkhannock Tigers, the number 5 seed. And you get a look at Tunkhannock finishing up their time warming up on the field before tonight's game. And we're going to get a look at the Hazleton Area defense, brought to you by the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance. At first base, Joe O'Donnell. At second base, Scott Hoppy. The shortstop is Jesse Day, and at third base, John Forshner. In left field, Jesse Grabelny. In center field, Gino Zambotti, and in right field, Kevin Ross. The catcher is Mike Heckman, and on the mound, Neil Palumbo. And that was our Greater Hazleton Health Alliance defensive starters. And Tim, when you talk to Coach Jeff Antolick, the other pitchers he's used during the season primarily have been the left side of his infield, Day and Forshner. How do you know as a coach when to go to your bullpen or go to a relief pitcher?
Well, he's very familiar with how strong his pitchers are, what kind of stamina they have. And he can tell by the types of pitches they're throwing when they start losing velocity or they start losing their control. They're not as sharp as they should be. Before you get your team in a lot of trouble, as soon as you see these signs that a pitcher's starting to lose it, it's time to make that change and go to a fresh arm.
Okay, we'd like to remind you, as both teams are getting set to head into their dugouts to get this game started, that tonight's game on WYLN is brought to you by Merchants Bank of Pennsylvania. Need funds for college, home remodeling, or a new deck? Call Merchants Bank of Pennsylvania for a home equity line of credit. For low monthly payments, friendly service, and a low introductory rate of 6.89%, the Merchants Bank of Pennsylvania, Drums and Shenandoah. Also by Snaps Bakery, 222 West 17th Street in Hazleton. Snaps, home of the original pizza, open 7 days a week and always baked fresh daily. Snaps Bakery. B&W Auto Body Repair keeps your car looking new. John LaRose, the collision specialist, is an expert in matching colors for complete paint jobs and bodywork. Call 455-5931 for a free estimate. B&W Auto Body Repair at 358 Old Cranberry Road, just off Route 924 near Harwood. and by Luzerne County Community College. You can still enroll for summer class by calling Luzerne County Community College at 1-800-377-LCCC. Give them a call now, 1-800-377-LCCC. And we are going to take a break, and we'll be back from Lackawanna County Stadium right after these words.
The seasons come and go, but here in Pennsylvania Dutch country, time stands still. And in this tradition of care and quality, we created Stroman Dutch country bread and rolls. Like soft, fresh potato bread, 100% whole wheat. And Dutch country potato rolls, each an original recipe, all delicious. Look in the Dutch country section for the kind of bread you thought went out with the horse and buggy. Dutch country, only from Stroman.
Sports Shack, Alder Street, Hazleton, your sporting goods specialty shop with custom ordering for team equipment, shoes, uniforms, and equipment for football, soccer, baseball, basketball, track, and cheerleading. Buy best for less and get our famous one-on-one service, custom embroidery and silk screening too, and top name brands of athletic footwear. Shoppers, teams, clubs, schools, and companies, we're at your service, leading the way for 15 years. Sports Shack, 721 Alder Street in Hazleton.
Welcome back live at Lackawanna County Stadium in Moosic, as the sign says as you get off I-81, home of the Red Barons. But tonight it is a PIAA District 2 AAA final between the number 5 seed Tunkhannock Tigers, led by Coach Gary Slick, and the Hazleton area Cougars, the number 2 seed Wyoming Valley Conference champions under first-year head coach Jeff Antolick. And Tim, when you look at both sides of the diamond, what do you think the keys are tonight?
Well, I think Hazleton cannot go under pressure. They've got to play relaxed, their normal game, where on the other side of the diamond, we look at Tunkhannock, they're going to have to force the game tonight. They're going to have to maybe take a chance with some bunt and runs, some hit and runs, some open stealing. They're going to have to force the game to make Hazleton make some mistakes.
Okay, getting a look at Tunkhannock. They're going to go limber up down the left field foul line, and the umpires are at home plate, getting ready for a conference to go over the rules for tonight's game, and just wish everybody a good game. The umpires tonight behind the plate will be Dave Budzwiski. On the bases, Bob Maholage, Frank Galicki, and Paul Sheehan, the men in blue, tonight for this District 2 final. And it's got to be a good feeling to get any type of District 2 final, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, because it's based mostly on merit, right, Tim?
Well, it certainly is. I mean, the better job you do as an official, the higher you go in the playoffs and so forth. For example, there, Frank Galicki, he's a principal up at Dallas. He does football, he does basketball, he does baseball. Frank's been involved for so many years in officiating, he's really become a quality official in our area.
Okay, we're just about set. Also out there, the game manager tonight for this District 2 AAA final, and giving final instructions, and we're just about set for baseball. And we apologize to you that who may have tuned in at 7:30, but the District 2 AA final went extra innings, went 8 innings, as Nanticoke came out on top. They are the District 2 AA champions for 1999 as they defeated Dunmore by a score of 6-5, and what was a very exciting game, Tim.
Well, there was, but see, the funny thing is most of the runs were scored on a lot of errors. A field like this creates errors. For example, the ball on the turf is going to bounce much faster, much quicker. It gets on you a lot faster than it does coming off of dirt or grass infields. And your catcher cannot let a ball get away from him. It's a long way from home plate to that backstop, and it gives those runners that extra base all the time. And any overthrows, you got a big field area, you've got to control the baseball on defense.
And you mentioned about the catchers, but a lot of pressure also on the outfielders. We got 330 down the lines, 371 in the gaps, and 408 to deep center field here at Lackawanna County Stadium. You don't generally see those distances on high school fields, so do outfielders tend to maybe play back a little bit more so that the ball doesn't go overhead?
You have to play a little bit deeper on the turf, because a line drive hit, when it hits that turf, will take a high hop and go over your head. So you have to give this field a little bit more room when you're on defense, especially balls hitting the gaps. With those big alleys you have, ball hitting the gap here is a triple, where normally on the high school field it's only going to be a double.
And when you put out your starting lineup, you don't want to change things too much, but do you tend to maybe insert certain players that maybe may have more speed in the outfield to help compensate for the turf?
Well, you would think that would be a normal thing to do, but usually coaches, when you get here, you go with what got you here. And you'd like to stay with the lineup that you've won with. And you won't really see a lot of changes because they go with what they win with, and they're going to stick with it.
And what do you think about playing the District 2 in all the classes here at Lackawanna County Stadium? I had suggested yesterday when I appeared on 35 Live that it was great for the kids. It gives them an opportunity to play where some future major leaguers will play and pass through on their way to the big time.
This is an outstanding opportunity. I mean, you take a graduating senior. He's played in a AAA ballpark. I mean, he may never play baseball at a higher level again, but he has had that opportunity to spend a ball game on a field that major leaguers are playing on.
And the other advantage, with it being turf, some threatening skies for most of the day in northeastern Pennsylvania. If it would happen to rain, you have a better chance of still getting the game in that evening than you would maybe on a grass field.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you can see the discoloration down there in the turf right now, where there was some rain here earlier today. But that hasn't affected the play of the field at all. It will take some water.
And we are just about set for game time. Close to an hour late, but we apologize to you, the fans. The District 2 AA game went extra innings, and we didn't want to start too early, so we apologize for that, and we are just about set for game time. Neil Palumbo taking his warm-up tosses as we're getting ready for the start of this District 2 AAA final between Tunkhannock and Hazleton area. There you're getting a look at right-hander Neil Palumbo. And Tim, you've got Neil's numbers?
All right, now what we have here with Neil is he's had a consistent 4-0 season. He hasn't lost a ball game on the mound. His ERA might be a hair high, 4.43. But, you know, when you walk 19 batters, sometimes out of those 19 walks, somebody's going to score on you. And that's what will kick that ERA up, because he hasn't given up that many hits, but the walks will hurt him. He has struck out 26 batters in 25 and a third innings, so he's got a great strikeout ratio per inning.
And basically with those 19 walks, I would think that Coach Antolick would tell Neil, you don't want to say let them hit the ball, but make them put it in play because you got a good defense behind you.
Oh, without a doubt. He's got one of the best defenses in the area, and but see, this has been Palumbo's history this year. He'll go 2, 3, 4 innings with complete control, and then all of a sudden he'll lose his rhythm a little bit and he'll walk a couple of batters. And then he comes back, though. He's been able to come back and control the game and pick up the victories.
Okay, we are just about set. There you're getting a look at leadoff hitter, right fielder Matt Davis for Tunkhannock. He's going to step to the plate, the right-hand hitter, against the big right-hander Neil Palumbo for Hazleton area. We're just about set for the first pitch of this District 2 AAA final between Tunkhannock and Hazleton area. We thank you for joining us here on WYLN, along with the Councilman Jim Shepard on stats and Tim Thompson. I'm Marty Burns. And here's Palumbo's first pitch. In there for a called strike.
Palumbo will throw basically 3 different types of fastballs. He'll throw one without touching the seams, one across the seams, and one with the seams. And what you get there is 3 different types of movements off of the fastball, which makes it tough for hitters to get onto. Along with that, he throws a curveball, and then he throws a changeup. So he can be a very effective pitcher.
The 1-1, high and inside, 2-1. Now to Matt Davis. He'll be followed in this top of the first by third baseman Bob Daniels and shortstop Ryan Crispel. Palumbo's 2-1 is high for a ball, 3-1 to the Tunkhannock leadoff hitter Matt Davis. The 3-1 is taken high for a ball, a leadoff walk to Matt Davis, and it'll bring up third baseman Bob Daniels.
This is what Neil does not want to do today. He doesn't want to put any base runners on there with the walk because he wants to let his defense do the work.
Now with this being almost a one game and done, do you start playing maybe for the lead right off the bat here?
Without a doubt, I would think they're going to try to get the runs as quick as they can get them.
Right here's third baseman Bob Daniels. Davis on first. Palumbo's pitch is in there for a called strike, 0-1.
Good pitch on the outside corner and down. Good location. He just got to relax and get his rhythm going.
And Daniels was around to bunt there.
Yes, he was. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see bunt, hit and run, straight steal.
0-1. That pitch also taken for a strike. Quickly 0-2 on the Tunkhannock third baseman.
Forstner charging right down from third. They're looking for the bunt.
Palumbo winds the 0-2. In there for a called strike 3 for the first out of the inning.
Good pitch there. He was looking fastball and he didn't get it.
After giving up, throwing 4 straight balls to Davis, great job of Palumbo coming back to strike out Daniels on 3 pitches.
Oh, without a doubt.
Brings up shortstop Ryan Crispel. We talked about him earlier on, the quarterback of the Tunkhannock football team, and be anxious to see him as he approaches his senior season as quarterback of Tunkhannock.
Oh, yeah, he's a great all-around athlete.
There goes Davis. Ball is fouled off straight back, so Davis will have to retreat to first. 0-1 to Ryan Crispel. Pitcher Jeff Pappy waits on deck. Scoreless game, top of the first inning, here from the Lackawanna County Stadium, the District 2 AAA final. Palumbo will throw over. Davis gets back safely.
He's got to do a good job there, keeping that runner close, because Tunkhannock's going to try to get a run any way they can, as quick as they can.
Palumbo again goes over to first. Davis gets back. And there's the aforementioned earlier on, Frank Alicki. First base umpire. Palumbo winds the 0-1. Called a ball, count even at 1-1.
Breaking ball, good location. It was down, though.
There goes Davis. Crispel swings, grounder to short. Day has only one play, throws out Crispel at first. Davis moves up to second, but now 2 outs here in the top of the first.
How do I fix that? No, he's gone.
Day was breaking to cover second base. Luckily, he could get stopped and turn around and make that play. That ball almost got into left field there. Left center.
Usually isn't that always the way on the hit and run? They find the spot where the middle infielder left.
That's it. As soon as somebody leaves a spot, that seems where they hit the ball all the time. They made a good job there. I mean, that was a great job to stop, come back, and make that play.
Catcher Mike Heckman wants to go out and talk to Neil Palumbo. Probably, I would think, switching the signs a little bit on the pitch selection with Davis at second, maybe trying to steal a sign.
Well, what you're going to do is he'll probably give him 3 signs. First, second, third sign, and out of those 3, he'll go out and tell the pitcher we're going to use the first sign, second sign, or the last sign. And he'll put down 3 different signs. That's to confuse the hitter on second base, or the runner on second base, so he doesn't steal the sign from the catcher and tell the hitter.
First pitch 1-0 to cleanup hitter Jeff Pappy, tonight's pitcher for Tunkhannock. Jeff, the leading RBI man for Tunkhannock on the season with 19.
Got a 348 batting average. He's hitting the ball pretty consistently.
The 1-0. Outside, count goes to 2-0. And a little bit of a windy night here at Lackawanna County Stadium, and it looks like it's blowing from left to right if we go by the flag in left center field.
One thing about this stadium, though, you'll see the wind change from inning to inning. It'll change directions. It'll blow in, blow to right, blow to left. The way this field's built down in this little hole here, it changes directions very easily.
Count goes to 3-0, and would you say with the base open, maybe early on they're pitching around Pappy?
Well, he's one of their top hitters, and there's no way you want to give him a good pitch to hit. So, I mean, you're going to pitch to him, but you're not going to give him anything he can get the good part of the bat on.
Palumbo's 3-0. It's in there for a called strike. Count goes to 3-1. Pappy gets on. First baseman Dave Gay waits on deck. Davis on second with 2 outs here in the top of the first. No score. Palumbo's 3-1. Inside for ball 4. Second walk of the inning for Palumbo brings up first baseman Dave Gay.
That's a walk there that really doesn't hurt you as much because you got to make tough pitches to Pappy, and you make the tough pitches, and if you walk them because first base is open. You've got 2 outs. Now you've got to force anywhere in the infield.
And with Pappy being the pitcher, we have a courtesy runner for Pappy. And of course, Tim, it would be a player, number 21, that is not on the roster supplied to us by Tunkhannock.
Well, that's sometimes you get a little confused this time of the year as to maybe they had to switch shirts. Sometimes they forget their shirts or something.
So the batter is first baseman Dave Gay, took the first pitch for ball 1. Runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the top of the first and no score. The 1-0. 2-0 now. And if you're Coach Gary Slick, do you give Gay the green light here? 2-0?
I think I would. I mean, you're in the early part of the inning. He's not really struggling with throwing strikes. He's throwing good pitches that are close. So you've got to go ahead and give him a green light.
And there is the green light shot into the left center field gap. Davis will be waved in. Going to third is the courtesy runner. First and third, Tunkhannock with the lead, 1-0 on the RBI single by Dave Gay.
Palumbo got that pitch up a little bit, about belt high, and Gay jumped right on it, hit it on the good part of the bat, and drove a nice line drive out there in the left center. Hit that ball well.
And that'll bring up left fielder Jason Yablonsky. We talked about it right before Neil went on the mound. The walks, and it always seems that the leadoff walks come back to get you. That's what Davis was, a leadoff base runner on the base on balls, and he's coming around to score the first run of the game.
It's very important to start off every inning by throwing strikes to that first hitter you face and try to get that out to start the inning.
Here's Jason Yablonsky. And Palumbo steps off. First and third, 2 outs here in the top of the first. A run in, Tunkhannock in the lead, 1-0. Palumbo comes set, pitch to Yablonsky. It's in there for a called strike.
Good location with that pitch. We got a first and third situation here. I would not be surprised to see Tunkhannock pull a attempted double steal right here.
The 0-1, taken high for a ball, 1-1. It almost looked like Heckman set up a little bit higher than usual. It looked like he tried to bait Yablonsky there.
Mm-hmm.
Palumbo's pitch in there for a called strike, 1-2 to Jason Yablonsky.
Good curveball there. He got on top of that nicely. Good top spin. Nice break on the ball. Tough pitch to hit.
Palumbo comes set. There goes Gay. The 1-2 hits Yablonski to load the bases with 2 outs here in the top of the first, and it'll bring up center fielder Sean Alden.
Well, that's something Palumbo really didn't want to do there. Got the breaking ball in a little bit too tight on him and clipped him on the arm there, and that's definitely what he didn't want to do.
And Jeff Antolick has called time. He wants to go out and talk to Neil Palumbo. Try to settle him down here.
Well, he's got to work on getting the pitches where he wants them. He's pushing himself and pressing himself a little bit. After he walked that first hitter, he came right back with good strikes.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Merchants Bank of Pennsylvania. Need funds for college, home remodeling, or a new deck? Call Merchants Bank of Pennsylvania for a home equity line of credit. For low monthly payments, friendly service, and a low introductory rate of 6.89%. The Merchants Bank of Pennsylvania, located in Drums in Shenandoah. We thank our fine sponsors tonight for making it possible for us here at WILN to bring you this District 2 AAA final from the Lackawanna County Stadium between Tunkhannock and Hazleton area. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The batter, Sean Alden, 1 run in for Tunkhannock. They lead 1-0 here in the top of the first. First pitch is high, 1-0 to Sean Alden.
Palumbo's got to relax, find his groove, follow through with the pitch.
1-0, Alden, base hit into center field. 1 run in. Being waved in is Gay. He is going to score. Going to second with a 2-run single is Sean Alden. Being held at third is Yablonski. Tunkhannock leads 3-0.
Antolick's gone to the mound again, and he's going to make a pitching change here, and what he's probably going to do is put O'Donnell into pitch and move Palumbo over to first.
And that looks exactly like what Coach Antolick has decided to do. Neil Palumbo gives up 3 runs in the first inning. And when it's 1 game and out, you almost have to. You can't wait too long if you're Coach Jeff Antolick.
Well, all his pitchers are ready, so you don't really have to, you know what I mean, try to force so many innings out of a pitcher. I mean, you've got everybody ready. You have the opportunity to use them. So before you get yourself too deep in a hole, you go ahead and use them.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Snaps Bakery, 222 West 17th Street in Hazleton. Snaps, home of the original pizza. Open 7 days a week and always baked fresh daily. Snaps Bakery. B&W Auto Body Repair keeps your car looking new. John LaRose, the collision specialist, is an expert in matching colors for complete paint jobs and body work. Call 455-5931 for a free estimate. B&W Auto Body Repair at 358 Old Cranberry Road, just off Route 924 near Harwood. And by Luzerne County Community College. You can still enroll for summer classes by calling Luzerne County Community College at 1-800-377-LCCC. Give them a call now, 1-800-377-LCCC. And Joe O'Donnell will be coming in, and as you suggested, Neil Palumbo moved over to first base. And we got to see Joe O'Donnell pitch against Berwick when we did a game a few weeks back here on WILN. Joe pitched a pretty good game that afternoon.
Yeah, he kept the ball down nice. He moved the ball in and out, throws a fastball, change, curveball, mixes his pitches well. He has command of his pitches. He can throw the breaking ball when he's behind in the count. He can change speeds. He's a pretty good control pitcher.
Okay, we'll set the situation. Runners on second and third for Tunkhannock. Yablonski at third, Alden at second. 2 outs here in the top of the first. 3 runs in. Joel O'Donnell on the mound to face the 8th place hitter, second baseman Brian Quinn. First pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. One-0 in there for a called strike. Count even at 1-1.
See there, he's behind. First pitch of the ball, the fastball. He comes back, throws a curveball for a strike. He'll mix his pitches well, change speeds on you. Does a good job.
1-1 is fouled off in the box. O'Donnell ahead 1-2 to second baseman Brian Quinn.
Your line score is 3-2-0. I think I told you that.
O'Donnell winds. The 1-2 is popped up straight up, and Heckman will run out of room. Goes foul to our right, Tim. And the big question is, did you bring your glove? Because it's been a while since I've been out there, so I'm counting on you, buddy.
Well, hopefully this glass is plexiglass and we don't have to take any shots right here. Of course, I'm sitting by the open window over here.
Well, that's why, buddy. And the councilman wants to know if one does come up here, do we get to keep the ball?
Oh, not in high school. You got to throw it back.
O'Donnell's 1-2 is high. Heckman is going to throw back to third, and he got him. And that'll end the inning. Tunkhannock gets 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 man left on. At the end of half an inning, Tunkhannock 3, Hazleton area coming to bat.
What do you get at Gemma Bikes? A full line of Trek, Klein, Bontrager, the highest quality bikes, lifetime guarantee on all accessories, top-of-the-line complete wheel sets, free maintenance for life on all children's bikes with a trade-in policy you won't believe, experienced professionally certified mechanics, a 1-year free parts and labor warranty, how-to clinics offered all year round, welcome trade-ins, and information about races and bike rides. It's all happening at Gemma Bikes, just a mountain away!
Hazleton Women's Care Center has proudly been servicing the needs of area women since 1994, specializing in obstetrics and gynecology. Doctors Scott Muir and Fiorina Pellegrino are trained in all aspects of women's care. An extensive list of procedures can be performed in office, and laser surgery may require less than 1-day hospital stay. We also offer genetic counseling and high-risk pregnancy management services in cooperation with Lehigh Valley Prenatal Services. No need to travel for experienced care. Visit Hazleton Women's Care Center.
Welcome back to the Lackawanna County Stadium. There you get a look at pitcher Jeff Pappy as he is getting ready to face the Hazleton area Cougars in the bottom of first on our First Federal Bank scoreboard. Tunkhannock in the lead 3-0. We're going to get a look at the Schumacher Engineering starting lineups for the Hazleton area Cougars. Jesse Dale lead off and play shortstop. Jesse Grabelny bats second. Gino Zambati bats third. John Forshner is the cleanup hitter. Hitting fifth is designated hitter June Platukis. Joel Donnell will hit sixth. Neil Palumbo bats seventh. Mike Heckman will bat eighth. And batting ninth, the second baseman Scott Hoppy for the Hazleton area Cougars. That's been the Schumacher Engineering starting lineup. And there's a look at Jeff Pappy. We talked about his good numbers earlier on. His first pitch today is in there for a called strike, 0-1. That's got to be great confidence for Jeff for his team to get 3 for him in the top half of the first.
Oh, that's a great way to start the ball game with a 3-0 lead.
His 0-1 today. A little bit outside, 1-1.
He's known for being quite a good control type of pitcher. He doesn't walk a lot of hitters, keeps the ball around the plate.
1-1. Day hits a line drive past the diving shortstop Crispo into left field. A leadoff base runner is Jesse Day with a leadoff single. And that'll bring up Jesse Grabelny.
Jesse jumped on that pitch.
There's a look at the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance starting defense for Tunkhannock from first to third. Gay, Quinn, Crispel, and Daniels. In the outfield, Yablonsky, Alden Davis. Catcher is Scott McCormick for pitcher Jeff Pappy, and that has been the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance starting defense for Tunkhannock. Pappy's first pitch to Grabelny is taken high, 1-0. And we saw Tunkhannock, a predominantly right-hand hitting team. Jeff Antolick can go from both sides of the plate in his starting lineup.
He can interchange a lot of players and come out with a left-handed hitting lineup or a right-handed hitting lineup.
Pitch is inside quickly, 2-0 to Jesse Grabelny.
Grabelny's top hitter in the Cougars lineup, hitting .444.
Now down 3, would Coach Antolick maybe put the reins on base running maneuvers?
Well, I don't think you can really wait. We're down to 1 game and none. So you got to try to get these runs back as quick as you can. And you got to take some chances now because this is the end of the line right here. If you lose, you're out.
Pappy has fallen behind 3-0 to Grabelny. He's going to throw over to Day.
Day's got a pretty good lead. He's got 1 foot on that carpet. If he gets that 2nd foot on the carpet, you can bet he's going to get a great jump and he'll be able to go.
The 3-0 is in there on the corner for a called strike. 3-1 now to Grabelny, and looked like there he had the stop sign. He was taken all the way.
Well, in that situation, you got to get some base runners, and why take a chance now when you don't have to?
Day on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Tunkhannock in the lead, 3-0 over Hazleton area. There goes Day. The 3-1. Grabelny swings and misses, but Day is in there with a stolen base.
He got a real good jump on that pitch. He got that 1 foot on the carpet, and he jumped right. As soon as Pappy started plate, he got a good jump there. It's tough to throw out a base runner when they get that good a jump off first base.
Day in scoring position now with nobody out. Full count to Jesse Grabelny. Pappy gets the sign. The 3-2 pitch. It's grounded back up the middle. Coming over to make the play is Quinn. And it gets through into the outfield. Scoring is Day. Hazleton area is on the board. They now trail 3-1.
He hit that ball right off the end of the bat. Had a funny spin on it. Every time it took a bounce, it jumped a different way. When it got right to the second baseman, Quinn, it just jumped right away from him.
That'll be an RBI single for Grabelny. He's now at first with nobody out, and now it's 3-1. Tunkhannock in the lead brings up center fielder Gino Zambotti. First pitch in there for a called strike.
Gino's hitting .296 on the season. Hits with some power. It's good line drive, drives the ball deep in the ballpark.
The 0-1, Zambotti will foul it off in the box. Count goes quickly to 0-2. You get a look at Jeff Pappy, and now the Hazleton area center fielder. Tunkhannock in the lead, 3-1 here in the bottom of the first inning. Grabelny at first with nobody out. Pappy looks to keep Grabelny close.
Yeah, he had let Day get too good a jump over there. He's watching Grabelny a lot closer.
0-2 Zambotti with a shot into deep center field. Going back is Alden. He'll make the catch. Grabelny went halfway, and he'll retreat to first. Now with 1 out here in the first inning, and just about any other ballpark but this ballpark, that was a home run.
Any of the high school fields, that ball's gone, but not here. I mean, that's a 408-foot center field fence. He had to hit that ball about 390. And there aren't too many high school fields around where 390 in center field, not a home run.
Now brings up left-hand hitting third baseman John Forshner, the cleanup hitter. Pappy's first pitch is grounded back up the middle. It's going to get through for a hit. Grabelny around second and stay there. Cougars have first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Brings up designated hitter Jude Platukis.
Jude's hitting .355. Pretty good average, and Jude can hit with some power too. He's got 3 home runs this year, and Jude's got enough power. He pulls the ball, he'll hit it out of here.
Gary Slick goes out. He wants to talk to his infield and pitcher Jeff Pappy. Coach Slick will take a slow walk back, so reset the scene. Grabelny at second. Forshner at first, 1 run in here in the bottom of the first for Hazleton area. They trail 3-1. And now up is designated hitter Jude Platukis. First pitch to Jude is in there for a called strike, 0-1.
Changed speeds on him there. Jude was looking fastball, so he just took it.
Jude had 3 home runs for Hazleton area on the season. Pappy steps off. The 0-1. Platukas swings and fouls it straight back. Quickly, Platukas in the hole, 0-2.
He's upset with himself. He just missed hitting that ball good. He was on it, had it timed right, but just a little underneath it, fouled it off.
Pappy's 0-2. Outside, count goes to 1-2. 2 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. 3-1, Tunkhannock in the lead.
Good pitch by Pappy. He wants him to chase a pitch. He doesn't want to throw it on the plate. It's a good location for an 0-2 pitch.
The 1-2. Again outside, 2-2. It almost looked like they wanted Jude to fish on those last 2 pitches.
Well, that's exactly what he's trying to do. He doesn't want to get the ball in because Jude likes the ball in. He likes to pull the ball.
The 2-2. Platukas swings and fouls it off down the first base line. It goes into the crowd. Count will remain 2-2. Waiting on deck is pitcher Joe O'Donnell. There you see Joe in the background behind Jude. Throw back to second. Grabelny just gets back in time, and looked like they had Grabelny there, and Crispell just snuck in behind him.
Well, that's one of those timing moves where the pitcher looks at the shortstop, looks back at home plate, and then the shortstop breaks in behind the runner, and the runner's watching the pitcher, who on a time count will spin and throw right at the bag, and that's how you freeze that runner. He almost got him.
Pappy's 2-2. Platukas again will foul it off. Count remains 2-2, and Platukas has fouled off a couple tough pitches here.
Well, he changed speeds on him there. He's out in front of the pitch. He's fouling him off. He's keeping his head in there and staying after it. Good job by Pappy, too, by changing speeds. He's got him all messed up with his rhythm.
Pappy comes set. The 2-2 pitch. Platukas will hit a ground ball in the hole between short and third. Crispell dives. He'll keep it in the infield, and he'll eat the ball. An infield single for Jude Platukas, but a good job of Crispell there keeping the ball in the infield, possibly keeping Grabelny at third.
Without a doubt. I mean, that ball gets out of the infield. Grabelny's going to get the green light coming around third. He's going to try and score.
So that now loads the bases with 1 out, and it'll bring up pitcher Joe O'Donnell, who will now have a chance to help himself.
That's it. That's what you want. You can't blame anybody else when you've got the bat in your hand and you're the pitcher.
First pitch is low, 1-0. We didn't have a chance to comment. Joe O'Donnell really didn't retire batter. Heckman picked off the runner at third to end that last inning. A great play by Mike Heckman.
Oh, terrific.
Pitch is in there for a called strike. Count evens at 1-1. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Tunkhannock leads Hazleton area 3-1 on this District 2 AAA final right here on WYLN. The 1-1. In there for a called strike. Pappy out in front of O'Donnell, 1-2.
He's keeping the ball on the outside part of the plate away from him. O'Donnell likes the ball on the inside part of the plate, too. He likes to pull a ball.
The 1-2. O'Donnell will pop it straight up. Infield fly rule is called. Making the catch is Quinn. O'Donnell is retired. 2 out now here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up first baseman Neil Palumbo. But a big out there for Jeff Pappy.
Oh, without a doubt. O'Donnell was on the pitch, but he just got under a little bit, drove it. I mean, that's one of those major league pop flies. That's not a little pop fly. He got under that. He had a good cut at it. And it gets up in this wind. It's going to be tough to handle.
Another left-hand hitter for Jeff Antolick, first baseman Neil Palumbo. Pappy's first pitch to him. In there for a called strike, 0-1. Pappy's 0-1 delivery. Inside, count evens 1-1. Bases loaded. Grabelny at third, Forshner at second, Platukas at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. 3-1, Tunkhannock in the lead. Palumbo hopes to get a 2-out here to possibly tie this game. Thought about and held up. Count goes to 2-1.
Good pitch there. Changed speeds well. Palumbo way out in front, but he did hold the bat up.
The 2-1 is inside and low. 3-1 now to Neil Palumbo. Now, if you're Jeff Antolick, what are you telling Neil here?
Well, you got the bases loaded. You got 2 outs. I'd give him a green light here. You're down 2 runs, but a base hit will get you those 2 back real quick.
The 3-1. Palumbo swings and misses. Count goes full to 3-2. And with 2 outs, the runners will be in motion.
As a runner, you got to make sure he throws the ball to the plate before you take off too far. You've seen a lot of pickoff plays in this situation.
Pappy will step off.
There it is. See, he's looking for somebody to get that out without throwing to the hitter. That's a good move. Smart move by Pappy.
Pappy's payoff pitch. Palumbo with a drive to center field. Coming in to make the catch is Alden. Hazleton area's retired. A run on 4 hits. The bases left loaded at the end of 1 on the First Federal Bank scoreboard. 3-1 Tunkhannock.
Hey, everybody's meeting at the base. The third base, that is. See, they know you get the tastiest hoagies, sandwiches, and salads in town at the base. That's the third base. Look, there's Mom. She started the business. That's her son Dave doing the cooking. And his wife Tina. They have over 58 kinds of hoagies and sandwiches. Cold cuts, cheesesteaks, meatballs, you name it. All delicious. That's why, for over 49 years, everyone goes to the base. The third base.
Thinking about ceramic tile or marble? Welcome to Perugini Tile Works, where you'll find gorgeous tile and luxurious marble, all beautifully displayed in our new showroom at 100 East Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Perugini Tile, not a floor covering store or home center. We specialize only in ceramic tile and marble with guaranteed installation, backed by 3 generations of experience. We're the wholesaler, retailer, and installer. Perugini Tile Works. We bring life into your home.
Welcome back to Lackawanna County Stadium on the First Federal Bank scoreboard. We're going to the top of the second. Tunkhannock in the lead, 3-1 over the Hazleton area Cougars. But Tunkhannock gets out of a bases-loaded jam with 1 out without any further damage done.
That's a big half inning for them. To hold Hazleton to 1 run in that situation, that's a great job by Tunkhannock.
And Brian Quinn leading off. It's a fly ball to shallow center field coming on his Zambati. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning. Quinn was up last inning when Yablonski was picked off third by Mike Heckman, and great heads-up play by Heckman. We saw Yablonski, he kept dancing down the third base line to try to distract O'Donnell, possibly get him to balk and get another run in, and Heckman picked him off third.
Oh, yeah, Heckman's a smart catcher. He knows what's going on. He pays attention to every little thing in the game, and that's what you need back there, a smart kid like that, because not only is he smart, he's #1 in his class at Hazleton area. He's a good student.
Designated hitter Ken Burridge fouls that pitch off. He's quickly down 0-2. 9th place hitter for Tunkhannock. Coming up next will be the leadoff hitter Matt Davis at the top of the order. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-2. O'Donnell gets the sign. The 1-2 pitch.
Breaking ball, good spot, good location.
Count evens at 2-2. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Foul tip held by Heckman for the strikeout. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Coming up in the top of the order, Matt Davis. Davis in the first, led off the game with a walk and came around to score the first run of the game.
O'Donnell's throwing very similar to the way we saw him last time we televised against Berwick. He's throwing the strikes, staying ahead of the hitters. The ball's right around the plate. That's his style of pitching, and he's right back in that groove again.
Pitches in there for a called strike. Count evens at 1-1. And it seems Joe's, and I noticed this in Berwick, he seems to be moving along quicker. Looks like he's on the same page, doesn't disagree with the pitches called.
No. He's going strictly on what Heckman calls. He's not even challenging him. He's not thinking about it. You know, he knows them. Heckman knows the hitters. They played them 3 times already, so he's going with Heckman's judgments.
The 1-2, Davis, it's a fly ball to left field. Grabelny comes back, makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Joe O'Donnell after 1.5. Tunkhannock leads 3-1.
Lou bakes a cake, it's like a taste of heaven. Janie Lou's Cake Shop bakes the most scrumptious cakes imaginable. Cakes for all occasions, birthdays, holidays, theme cakes, and of course the most fabulous wedding cakes on earth.
Now, if that's not enough, your mouth will be watering for Janie Lou's home-baked pastries and cookies. This month, try our fancy mini pastry trays or our theme-decorated graduation cakes. And don't forget Dad's cake for Father's Day. Janie Lou's Cake Shop, it's like a taste of heaven.
Great news, Hazleton. You no longer have to leave the area when your doctor orders magnetic resonance imaging. We have the 2 most technologically advanced units available today. Now you can have MRI in a modern, relaxing, comfortable environment. One unit's architecture is especially designed to eliminate claustrophobia. MRI at the Desson Center, along the Hazleton Airport Beltway, an affiliate of the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance.
Lackawanna County Stadium, this District 2 AAA final between Tunkhannock, Hazleton area. Get a look at our First Federal Bank scoreboard. Tunkhannock in the lead 3-1 as we get set to head to the bottom of the second inning. Due up for Hazleton area will be the 8-9-1 hitters, Mike Heckman, Scott Hoppy, and back to the top of the order, Jesse Day. And I would think that Jeff Antolick's telling his players in the dugout before he trots out to the third base coaching box. Quick inning there. You left the bases loaded, but let's get back out there and get the bases loaded again. Start hitting.
They've got to concentrate. They got to swing at good pitches. They can't chase bad pitches, and that's the type of thing he wants them to do right now: is concentrate, don't chase a bad pitch.
Heckman leads off this second inning against pitcher Jeff Pappy. First pitch in there for a called strike, 0-1. One in there, called a ball. Count evens at 1-1. Pappy's 1-1. Heckman hits a ground ball to short. Chris pull up with it. Throws out Heckman, a nice dig out by Gay for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up second baseman Scott Hoppy. First pitch in there for a called strike, 0-1. Pitch is low, 1-1.
Comment Antolick's made to me several times is that he doesn't have just 8 regular defensive players. He trades out a lot of positions, and most of the time he'll play anywhere from 14 to 18 people in a ball game. He uses his bench to the fullest.
1-2 to Scott Hoppy. Pappy's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Hoppy goes down swinging for the second out. First strikeout for Pappy. It'll bring up leadoff hitter Jesse Day. He's 1 for 1. He singled, stole a base, and scored the only run of the game so far for Hazleton area. And he's playing shortstop. And just to get back to what you said earlier, when he pitched Saturday afternoon against Pittston area, a good defensive game turned in by Bobby Matrician, another player that's on Jeff Antolick's bench tonight.
Right. So he'll make changes anytime that he needs to, and he has a lot of faith in his bench. Like he said, I have 18 players, and I try to use them as much as I possibly can.
First pitch today, 1-0. 2 outs, nobody on here in the bottom of the second inning. 3-1, Tunkhannock in the lead. Pappy's 1-0 is low. 2-0 now to Jesse Day. Is lined right at Crispel. Pappy gets a 1-2-3 second inning. At the end of 2 on our first Federal Bank scoreboard, Tunkhannock leads by 2.
Since 1982, Dr. Wise has provided the area with complete dental services, including a full-service denture laboratory with a professional staff. Dr. Wise Denture Laboratory custom fabricates dentures utilizing the latest techniques, state-of-the-art procedures, and most denture repair and relines can be completed the same day. Your dental health and appearance is of the utmost concern to Dr. Wise and his staff. For complete dental care and denture service, visit or call Dr. Wise Dental Service for your complete dental care.
One thing I can tell you about Classic Floor and customer service. I think we're the most customer service-oriented store in the business. We listen at Classic Floor Covering. If you come in and you tell us you want a particular room done and you're in doubt as to what colors to use and so on, we have decorators on site. We can help you out. There's no charge for it. And we'd like to give you what you are looking for right from the beginning.
Welcome back to the Lackawanna County Stadium. First Federal Bank scoreboard, 3-1 Tunkhannock in the lead. And basically, Tim, 2 different innings, a very long first inning, and both pitchers go 1-2-3 in the second.
Oh, yeah. That's how quick, when you got 2 good teams like this, they can score quick, they can play great defense right behind it. So we've got a wide open ball game here yet. It's early. We're only in the 3rd inning, and it's a 3-1 ball game. 2 runs difference is not a lot with these types of clubs.
Donald Wines, first pitch to third baseman Bob Daniels, in there for a called strike. 0-1. Daniels is strikeout victim in the first. He'll be followed by Crispel and Pappy here in the top of the 3rd. Tunkhannock in the lead, 3-1. Daniels will swing, hit a short fly ball into right center field. Coming on to make the catch is Ross for the first out of the inning. That brings up shortstop Ryan Crispel. He grounded out to Jesse Day, the shortstop in the first inning. He's 0 for 1.
Made some nice defensive plays already in this game, too.
And a couple balls that he came very close to getting off Hazleton area bats also in this game. Crispel grounds it to third. Forshner throws out Crispel. A nice pickup by Palumbo for the second out of the inning. And that brings up pitcher Jeff Pappy. He walked in the first and scored a run. But Joe O'Donnell, last 2 innings, has worked quickly with low amount of pitches. So far this inning, 3 pitches and 2 outs.
He doesn't waste any time. He's got that attitude. Give me the ball, I'm going to throw it. Get it here quick and let's get it done.
That pitch was outside for a ball, 1-0. Pappy looks to try to start a 2-out rally. Pappy held up there.
Nice breaking ball. Nice breaking ball. He had him fooled there.
O'Donnell's 2-0. Pappy will foul it straight back. Count goes to 2-1. If Pappy should reach, first baseman Dave Gay is waiting on deck. O'Donnell gets Pappy way out in front there. Count goes even at 2-2.
The change of speed, he's got Pappy confused now. Pappy's got to settle down and look for a good pitch to hit.
The 2-2. Pappy swings and misses for the third strike. Second strikeout for O'Donnell. Another 1-2-3 inning. Going to the bottom of the third. 3-1 Tunkhannock.
Tosie's Hair Replacement is proud to offer the latest in hair replacement technology, genetic hair transfusion. Hollywood has been using GHT for years, and now Tosie's offers it to you. Using advanced technology and artistry, Tosie's will expertly restore a totally natural frontal hairline without surgery that looks, feels, and acts just like your existing hair. So natural it'll never be detected. Once you run your fingers through what feels like your own growing hair, you'll be a customer for life. Regain your natural appearance and self-confidence. Call Tosie's today for a free consultation, because you deserve to look your best.
Johnny Murata wants everyone to play a musical instrument. Since 1961, Johnny Murata has put musical magic into families by providing quality musical instruments at the lowest possible prices. Lay away your favorite instrument or musical gift item now while the selection is great and the prices are low. At Johnny Murato's Music, all instruments are taught by professional, qualified, and friendly instructors. Sign up now and remember, Johnny Murata wants everyone to play a musical instrument.
Welcome back to the Lackawanna County Stadium. Bottom of the third inning of this District 2 AAA final on our First Federal Bank scoreboard. Tunkhannock 3, Hazleton area 1. Due up for Hazleton area in the bottom of the third will be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Jesse Grabelny, Gino Zambotti, and John Forshner for Coach Jeff Antolick. Grabelny 1 for 1 so far tonight. Had an RBI single in the first. Grabelny, first pitch swinging, high hopper, taken by Daniels, throw to first, and he just gets him by a step. Nice play by Daniels.
If that ball hung up in the air just a little bit more, Grabelny would have been safe over there.
That brings up Gino Zambotti, 0 for 1. He flied out to center, but when we say he flied out to center, he flied out to very deep center field.
Oh, that was right close to the warning track. That's a long drive for a high school hitter.
Pappy's pitch is inside. Zambotti takes it for a ball, 1-0. Zambotti, another high hopper. Daniels will come and get this one. Throws to first. This time he won't get the runner. Zambotti on with an infield single.
That one there hung up in the air just a little bit longer, and that's what makes that runner safe. That little bit of air time, that extra air time.
So Zambotti, a one-out base runner, brings up third baseman John Forshner. He's 1 for 1. He's singled in the first. And after a rough start to this game before that infield hit by Zambotti, Pappy had retired 6 in a row.
Yes, he did. He's keeping the ball around the plate. He's changing speeds well.
First pitch in there for a called strike, 0-1. Do you think that first inning maybe we saw a case of nerves out of both pitchers?
There's a good possibility. I mean, you're looking at it. This is the final game here tonight. It's a lot of pressure on you. It's a one-and-done situation. Winner continues on to regionals, to state finals, and the loser goes home. So there is a lot of bit of pressure, you know, that these kids put on themselves that they don't need to, but they do.
Pappy's 0-1. Forshner will pop it up in the infield. Quinn will call and make the catch for the second out of the inning. Zambotti retreats to first. That'll bring up designated hitter Drew Platukas. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the first.
Jude's carrying a .355 average with 3 home runs. He's hit the ball well this season.
Pappy's first pitch. Platukas will foul it straight back, 0-1. Pappy's 0-1. Outside 1-1. Platukas fouls that one straight back. Count goes to 1-2. Zambati at first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tunkhannock in the lead 3-1.
Platukas is on him. His timing is good, but he's just underneath the ball a little bit, because that's what happens when you try to pull the ball. When it's away from you, you have a tendency to foul it off.
The 1-2. Called a ball. Count even goes to 2-2.
A lot of grumbling in the stands here. We got a lot of umpires here tonight.
Well, you have that wherever you go.
Oh, yes, without a doubt.
The 2-2 pitch. Platukas pulls it foul down the first base line. Count remains 2-2. If Platukas is able to keep this inning alive, pitcher Joel O'Donnell will be up next. Pappy's 2-2 pitch. Low, count goes full. 3-2 to the Hazleton area designated hitter. With 2 outs, Zambati will be in motion.
Pappy likes to pick them off, too, in this situation. He tried that with the 3-2 2-out count before, and he used that quick step-off move, try to catch that runner leaving.
There goes Zambati, the payoff pitch. Platukas fouls it off.
That pitch there was so far inside. If he didn't hit it, I think it would have hit him. That pitch was really in on him.
But what we've seen out of Jude Platukas in both at bats so far tonight, he's making Pappy work. Fouling a lot of tough pitches off.
Oh, yeah. He's got his head in there. He's making some contact.
And Pappy steps off. Zambati at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. 3-1 Tigers in the lead over the Hazleton area Cougars. Pappy's 3-2 pitch. Inside, ball 4. Platukas draws the 2-out walk. Moving up to second is Zambati. Brings up pitcher Joel O'Donnell. He's 0 for 1. He popped out in the 1st inning. There's a look at this fine facility here in Moosic, the Lackawanna County Stadium, home of the Red Barons, and tonight home of the District 2 AAA final. First pitch to O'Donnell's in there for a strike, 0-1.
Get back in this ball game. Count is 0-1-2. Runners on first and second.
Pappy's 0-1. O'Donnell swings and misses.
Change speeds. O'Donnell was way out in front of it.
Pappy's 0-2. Just a bit outside for a ball, 1-2.
Ooh, the grumbling again, the grumbling. Pitches are close, but it's off the plate a little.
The 1-2 pitch. Again outside, 2-2.
What makes that pitch look so much closer than it actually is, you watch the catcher, McCormick, he's sneaking out there, and he's actually setting off the plate. So if you throw the ball in the center of his body, it's still not a strike. It's off the black.
Pappy set. The 2-2 pitch. O'Donnell will foul it straight back. Count will remain 2-2. Pappy wanted a new baseball and got it from home plate umpire Dave Bud's Whiskey. Pappy set. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout on the night for Pappy. No runs ahead. 2 men left on at the end of 3. Tigers lead 3-1.
Keek Motors has been serving the area for 70 years. But does that matter to Alan, John, Owen, and Lowell Keek? No. What matters to them is that they provide you with the perfect selection to fill your driving needs. You receive expert customer service and knowledgeable servicemen. They greet you with a warm, friendly staff that builds lasting relationships. At Keek, there's only one thing that really matters: complete customer satisfaction. Maybe that's why they've been in business for over 70 years.
When the whole family comes to Mickey's Golf Center at Drums, everybody has a good time. Kids of all ages love miniature golf. Mickey's offers one of Northeast PA's largest pro shops. Perfect your swing or just hit it like a tiger on our state-of-the-art driving range. Everybody loves the beautiful country scenery, the delicious food, and the great soft ice cream. Mickey's Golf Center, with good times for the whole family. A quarter mile off Route 309 on Edgewood Road, Drums.
Welcome back to Lackawanna County Stadium. Top of the 4th inning on our First Federal Bank scoreboard. Tunkhannock 3, Hazleton Area 1 in this District 2 AAA final. We thank you for joining us here on WYLN with this sports special presentation. Joined in the booth by the Councilman Jim Shapard on stats and Tim Thompson. I'm Marty Burns. And we talked about this when we were in Berwick. We got the Councilman here, Mr. Shapard. And Joe DeMelfi's soon to be on his way to the Berwick School Board. Are you sure we don't have to run for any office?
No, we're
Okay.
not. We're not running for any office.
All right. I just want to make sure that in case the rules change. First batter up is Dave Gay, the first baseman. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the first, scored a run, and has an RBI. He'll be followed later in the 4th inning by Jason Yablonsky and Sean Alden. Count now 1-1 to Dave Gay. Pitches inside, 2-1.
Breaking ball slipped out of the side of his hand instead of coming over top like he wanted to, come out the side.
The 2-1. Outside, 3-1 now to Dave Gay. Pitch is fouled straight back. Count goes full 3-2.
We haven't seen too many full 3-2 counts tonight. Not with O'Donnell.
No, Joe's worked quickly and been very efficient with his pitches. The 3-2 pitch. Inside, a leadoff walk given to Dave Gay. First base runner of the night for Tunkhannock against relief pitcher Joe O'Donnell. Now brings up left fielder Jason Yablonsky. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning.
You got to watch those walks to a leadoff hitter because they have a tendency to come back and haunt you.
I would think, as we saw in the first, maybe a bunt here possibly.
Yes, indeed.
Yablonsky gets the bunt down, right back to O'Donnell. He'll throw to first. Sacrifice successful for Yablonsky. Moving up to second is Gay. He's in scoring position with 1 out for Sean Alden.
That bunt was directly back to O'Donnell. O'Donnell picked it cleanly and threw to first, and that was still a bang-bang play at first. That Gay runs pretty well.
Brings up center fielder Sean Alden. He's 1 for 1. He's single and has 2 RBIs. So hitting out of the 7th hole, sometimes you say maybe that some players hit in those positions for a reason, but Sean Alden looked like he could handle his bat in the first inning.
He certainly does.
Once again, Heckman went out and probably changed the signs with O'Donnell just to be on the same page in case Gay looks in. Tries to seal some signs. First pitch is low for a ball, 1-0 to the Tunkhannock center fielder.
It's best to go out there and remind the pitcher so that you're on the same page, because if you're using the second sign and he uses the first sign, he'll cross you up. The ball might get away from you, and that runner will go to third.
Pitch is in there for a called strike. Count evens at 1-1. Gay's at second with one out here in the top of the fourth inning. Tunkhannock trying to build on a 3-1 lead here in this District 2 AAA final. Count goes to 2-1. O'Donnell's 2-1. And Alden bunts, but it'll go foul. Heckman picks it up, count will even at 2-2. Here we get a look in the bullpen. Warming up is Ryan Crispel. With the rules, you have everybody available.
That's right. They've had plenty of days of rest, so that they're all in compliance with the PIAA days of rest for innings pitched. So everyone can go tonight.
Donald steps off, sends Gay back to second. That's the other nice thing about here at Lackawanna County Stadium. You can actually go to the bullpen and warm up.
A lot of high school fields don't have bullpens. They don't even have warm-up mounds.
2-2 is low. Count goes full 3-2. Mentioned earlier, not many full counts out of Joe O'Donnell. His first two innings of relief, you didn't see it, but two in this fourth inning.
Yeah, he's using the breaking ball a little bit more this inning, and he's just missing with it.
Donald checks Gay. The 3-2 pitch. Gay in motion. Alden gets a base hit to center field. Gay around to score. Tunkhannock in the lead, 4-1 on an RBI single by Sean Alden. Sean Alden has driven in 3 of the 4 Tunkhannock runs on the evening.
Has a breaking ball out away from him. He just reached out, made good contact, stroked it right back up the middle, went with the breaking ball. Nice, clean base hit.
That brings up second baseman Brian Quinn. 0 for 1, flight out to center in the second. And Tim, I know you hate to be repetitive, but Hazleton area pitchers have walked 3 batters so far tonight. All 3 have come around to score.
They haunt you. When you walk that leadoff batter, for some reason in baseball, I don't care what level you play in, from the major leagues down to minor, little league, or whatever, you walk a batter to lead off an inning, in some way they always find a score.
In motion is Alden. He's going to steal second base. Now he's in scoring position with 1 out. Pitch was called a strike to Brian Quinn. But it definitely shows that Coach Gary Slick does not feel safe with this 4-1 lead. He wants to get as many runs as possible.
Well, Hazleton area is a hitting threat, so you got to get as many runs as you can when you can get them.
O'Donnell's 0-1. Quinn with a shallow fly ball to left. It's going to fall for a hit. Being waved in is Alden. He is going to score. Moving to second is Quinn. Tunkhannock leads 5-1.
He didn't hit that ball on a good part of the bat. That's why it didn't go as deep as it should have. It fell short. Grabelny fumbled with it a little bit when he picked it up, and that allowed the run to score.
Was ruled a hit and an error on Jesse Grabelny, which allowed allowed Quinn to go to second. 2 runs in here in the 4th inning. Tunkhannock in the lead, 5-1 over the number 2 seed Hazleton area. They won the Wyoming Valley Conference Championship when Some publications had them finishing as low as last in the Wyoming Valley Conference.
Yeah, well, they're basically, you look at the whole team, they're basically a young team. They don't have a lot of experience, but they gelled real quick in the conference games and did a good job.
Ken Burridge around the bunt, gets it down. It's going to stay fair. Forstner throw to first, gets him in time. And it just looked like that ball was not going to roll foul. It looked like Forstner thought at first, let it try to roll, but it was looked like it wasn't going to go foul.
He did the right thing. He went ahead and came on and charged it, and he come up with a good, strong throw. Because if he doesn't have a good cannon arm there, he doesn't get him. And Forstner showed how strong his arm is to come up and that deep and throw him out.
Back to the top of the order, Matt Davis. 0 for 1 officially. He walked and scored a run in the first. Quinn at third with 2 outs. 2 runs in here in the fourth. 5-1 Tunkhannock. That pitch is outside for a ball. 1-0.
Tunkhannock's pulling out all the stops. They're running, they're hit and run, they're bunt and run. They're doing everything they can to get the runs in.
Pitch just a little bit outside. Count goes to 2-0. To Matt Davis. The 2-0. Davis fouls it back on the screen. Count goes to 2-1. We've seen just about everything from Tunkhannock tonight. Base running in the first game. We saw a delayed steal try of home. You think possibly we might even see something like that here?
Well, in this situation, you got 2 outs. So, you know, so far, Slick's been gambling. You know, he's going against the percentages, and he's taking the chances.
Davis swung and missed count even at 2. Deuces are wild. Quinn at third with 2 outs here in the fourth inning. 5-1 Tunkhannock. Pitches in there for a called strike 3. Tunkhannock goes down, but they score 2 runs on 2 hits. Man left on at the end of 3.5. 5-1 Tunkhannock.
Neat and Clean, the area's most complete garment care facility, utilizing the latest state-of-the-art dry cleaning systems, plus shirt laundering, suede and leather cleaning, and tailoring. Neat and Clean will even come to your home, remove your soiled draperies, dry clean and decorate or fold them, then return to reinstall your draperies. Neat and Clean will expertly clean blankets, comforters, tablecloths, even bedspreads. Neat and Clean Dry Cleaning Service, the area's most complete garment care facility. Neat and Clean, we're simply the best.
Tresco Superfoods Full Service Catering is the area's favorite catering service.
Delicious homemade food expertly prepared and served. Business luncheons, parties, company outings, graduations, holidays, or just those informal get-togethers with family or friends. Tresco Superfoods Full Service Catering will handle all the details with thoughtful, friendly service.
Select from our complete menu, and we'll do the rest. Pickup or delivery, on-site cooking, or complete full-service catering. Tresco Superfood Full Service Catering, the area's favorite catering service.
Welcome back to the Lackawanna County Stadium on our first Federal Bank scoreboard. Tunkhannock in the lead over Hazleton area, 5-1. So we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Those of you tuning in for Viewpoint with Don Pacence's interview last night with Jack Mundy, that'll appear right after this game. So stay tuned. Neil Palumbo, first pitch swinging into the gap, but coming over to make the catch is Alden for the first out of the inning. That brings up catcher Mike Heckman. 0 for 1, he grounded out in the second. Pappy's first pitch to Heckman is in there for a called strike, 0-1. Pitch is high for a ball, 1-1.
For the amount of pitches Pappy's thrown, he's still throwing with real good velocity. He's not tiring yet.
A 1-1. Heckman hits a ground ball to short. Crispell up with it. Throws out Heckman for the second out of the inning. That brings up the 9th place hitter, Scott Hoppy. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the second. After Pappy's out of work in 2 out of the first 3 innings, so far 4 pitches and 2 outs. First pitch for a ball, so looking for a low pitch, quick inning here.
Yes, he is. He's hitting his spots real well now.
One 0 to Hoppy. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 1-1.
Moving the ball in and out, up and down real nicely.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Pitch goes low, 2-1. The 2-1. Hoppy fouls it off. Count evens at 2-2. Looked like it might have caught catcher Scott McCormick.
2-2-2.
And I would think that home plate umpire Dave Buds Whiskey will give McCormick as much time as he needs.
Yes, he will. He's out there rubbing the ball up to Pappy just to delay a little bit, let the trainer have time to look at him. Looks like it hit him right on the top of the instep there. There's not a lot of meat on that part of the foot.
Really, when you think about it, you don't go out there behind the plate with much padding.
No. It looks like a lot, but it's not when that ball hits you.
Count is even at 2-2. Pappy's pitch. In there for a called strike 3. 3 strikeouts for Pappy. He retires the side at the end of 4 on our First Federal Bank scoreboard. 5-1 Tunkhannock.
The seasons come and go, but here in Pennsylvania Dutch country, time stands still. And in this tradition of care and quality, we created Stroman Dutch country bread and rolls. Like soft, fresh potato bread, 100% whole wheat. And Dutch country potato rolls, each an original recipe, all delicious. Look in the Dutch country section for the kind of bread you thought went out with the horse and buggy. Dutch country, only from Stroman.
Personalized service is alive and well at Tri-County Business Machines and has been for over 29 years. We carry everything for today's environment, featuring a full line of META, copying, and imaging products, a full staff of factory-trained technicians, deep discounts for over 25,000 items, a knowledgeable professional staff with over 169 years of combined experience. Tri-County Business Machines, a professional solution to all your business needs.
Welcome back to Lackawanna County Stadium and a very lively Tunkhannock dugout. We're heading to the top of the 5th. Tunkhannock in the lead 5-1 over Hazleton area. Tunkhannock a 5 seed looking to defeat the number 1 seed Wallenpaupack, which they did Saturday, and looking to defeat the number 2 seed Hazleton area tonight to win the District 2 title. They've got 3 more innings in hopes of getting that goal. Coming up, it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Daniels, Crispell, and Pappy for Tunkhannock against Hazleton area pitcher Joe O'Donnell. First pitch in there for a called strike, 0-1. Daniels 0 for 2 on the night. Pitch is low and inside, 1-1.
See, that's what happens to that curveball when it comes out the side. It just won't go anywhere near the plate. It's like a 55-foot curveball then.
Daniels nubs it to Forshner. Throws out Daniels for the first out of the inning. Brings up shortstop Ryan Crispell.
Was the second out on both occasions.
And not a sellout crowd here at Lackawanna County Stadium, but nice little crowd following both Tunkhannock and Hazleton area.
Yeah, there was a nice crowd here earlier for the AA championship game, and there's a nice crowd come in now for the AAA championship.
Crispell 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And that pitch hit him. Crispell will go to first. He's a one-out base runner. And in this crowd, you see some young ball players wearing their Little League uniforms. And coming up in the month of July, the next project for WYLN Sports will be the District 18 Little League Tournament. We'll have a few games out of that tournament. We ask you to, the next couple of weeks, to watch 35 Live every morning at 11:30 with Doug Farley. And we'll let you know what games of that tournament we'll be televising here on WYLN in the month of July.
Yeah, we'll try and cover at least 3 or 4 of those opening round games, and then try to stay with some of the winning teams and progress with them.
So stay tuned to 35 Live every morning at 11:30, Monday through Friday, with your host Doug Farley, and we'll let you know of upcoming programming here on WYLN, including the District 18 Little League Tournament right here on WYLN. First pitch is a ball to pitcher Jeff Pappy. He's officially 0 for 1. He walked in the first and scored a run and struck out in the third. Crispell on first with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. 5-1 Tunkhannock. Swing and a miss.
Good fastball there. Good velocity.
O'Donnell's 1-1. Heckman thought about throwing down to first.
That pitch was real close to being a pitch out. I don't know whether it was a called pitch out, but it was awful close to being a pitch out. Like Heckman wanted to pick that runner off.
O'Donnell's 2-1 is low, now 3-1 to Jeff Pappy. Waiting on deck is first baseman Dave Gay. The 3-1. Fouled first base side into the stands. Count goes full, 3-2.
That pitch was in on Pappy, and he tried to go to right field with it. That's why he fouled it off, but he was trying to hit behind this runner to advance him.
Runner on first, 1 out. There's a look at Ryan Crispell and pitcher Joe O'Donnell. The 3-2. Pappy lunges and fouls it into the stands first base side.
Feeble attempt. Can't catch that one.
So the count remained 3-2 with Crispell at first and 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Tunkhannock with 3 in the first, 2 in the 4th. Lead this District 2 AAA final 5-1 over the Hazleton area Cougars. And again he lunges, and this time it stays fair for a hit. Crispell's going to try to go to third. Ross's throw not in time. Tunkhannock with runners on first and third and 1 out.
He tried to go to right earlier in the count, got jammed, fouled the ball off. This time the pitch was away from him, which helped him to go to right, made it a lot easier for him. He did a nice job hitting the ball in the right field, advancing that runner to third.
And again, pitcher Jeff Pappy will come out for a courtesy runner. So runners at first and third with 1 out here in the top of the 5th brings up first baseman Dave Gay. He's officially 1 for 1. He singled in the first, has an RBI. He walked in the 4th, and he scored 2 runs.
28 days about 1 for 1 single.
Pitch is called a ball, 1-0. First and third, 1 out here in the top of the 5th. 5-1 Tunkhannock in the lead as they look to build on this 4-run lead.
O'Donnell's success has come when he starts these hitters off with strikes.
Grounder to second. Dale step on second. Throw him out. 6-3 double play. No runs a hit. A man left at the end of 4.5. 5-1 Tunkhannock.
Thinking about ceramic tile or marble? Welcome to Perugini Tile Works, where you'll find gorgeous tile and luxurious marble, all beautifully displayed in our new showroom at 100 East Diamond Avenue in Hazleton. Perugini Tile, not a floor covering store or home center. We specialize only in ceramic tile and marble with guaranteed installation, backed by 3 generations of experience. We're the wholesaler, retailer, and installer. Perugini Tile Works. We bring life into your home.
What do you get at Gemma Bikes? A full line of Trek, Klein, Bontrager, the highest quality bikes, lifetime guarantee on all accessories, top-of-the-line complete wheel sets, free maintenance for life on all children's bikes with a trade-in policy you won't believe, experienced professionally certified mechanics, a 1-year free parts and labor warranty, how-to clinics offered all year round, welcome trade-ins, and information about races and bike rides. It's all happening at Gemma Bikes, just a mountain away!
Welcome back to Lackawanna County Stadium on the First Federal Bank scoreboard, Hazleton area. You see them in their white uniforms trailing 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th, but this may be the key inning if Hazleton area wants to get back in this game. They're going to bring up the top of the order, Jesse Day, Jesse Grabelny, and Gino Zambati.
Well, it's important now. They've got to come back, score a couple of runs, and get back in this game, make this game close. Now, they have the capabilities because they're a quick-hitting, quick-attack type of offense, so this is a time to start doing it.
Here's leadoff hitter Jesse Day, officially 1 for 2. He singled, stole a base, and scored a run. First pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. Swing and a miss, count evens at 1-1.
Change speeds a little there. Jesse was out in front of him a little.
Pitch is outside, 2-1 to Jesse Day.
Good location, good spot. That's a tough pitch for a hitter to lay off of, but Jesse did.
Day lunges, grounded to short. Crispel up with it. Throws to first to get Day as Gay went up for the ball and came down on the bag. 1 out here in the 5th. It'll bring up left fielder Jesse Grabelny. He's 1 for 2. He has an RBI single in the first inning.
Batter is number 19, Grabelny. He was 1 for 2, single in the first, grounded out.
Pappy winds. His first pitch to Grabelny is low for a ball, 1-0. Swing and a miss, count evens at 1-1.
Pappy's been changing speeds well, keeping the hitters off stride.
Pappy's 1-1. He's in there for a called strike. Pappy out in front, 1-2 of Jesse Grabelny. Gino Zambati waits on deck. Pappy's 1-2. Grabelny fouls it down the third base side into the stands. Count remains 1-2.
That was a shot into the stands there.
Sometimes when you come to a high school game, you think you're safe on the third base side, but with these left-hand hitters at Hazleton area, gotta
Oh, no.
heads up. The 1-2. Grabelny gets his bat on the ball to Crispel. He throws out Grabelny for the second out of the inning. Brings up center fielder Gino Zambati, 1 for 2. He singled.
That's a good job by Pappy getting those first 2 guys out in this inning because you don't want them on base with Zambati coming up.
And a credit to the outfielders of both teams, 10 hits on the night, all singles.
That's it.
Zambati swings and misses. 0-1. Nobody on. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tunkhannock leads Hazleton area 5-1. Tunkhannock hopes to be the District 2 AAA champion. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now to Zambati.
Down Hazleton area pretty well since the 1st inning. He's had three up and 3 down innings since the
Pappy steps off.
faced 5 batters.
The 0-2. Zambati, it's a fly ball to center field. Alden camping under it, makes the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Pappy. He's retired 7 in a row. At the end of 5, Tunkhannock leads 5-1.
Hazel Drugs, 20 North Laurel Street in Hazleton, carries a complete line of natural vitamins, minerals,
and those hard-to-find nutritional supplements.
That's right. We've become the recognized leader in homeopathic and herbal remedies, utilizing our latest state-of-the-art computerized information center that instantly determines a natural remedy for your condition. Hazel Drugs.
The latest alternative health books, mail order service, and a friendly staff of qualified pharmacists.
Specifically trained in natural health care.
Hazel Drugs.
Since 1868, one of America's oldest
and most respected
drugstores.
Tosi's Hair Replacement is proud to offer the latest in hair replacement technology, genetic hair transfusion. Hollywood has been using GHT for years, and now Tosi's offers it to you. Using advanced technology and artistry, Tosi's will expertly restore a totally natural frontal hairline without surgery that looks, feels, and acts just like your existing hair. So natural it'll never be detected. Once you run your fingers through what feels like your own growing hair, you'll be a customer for life. Regain your natural appearance and self-confidence. Call Tosi's today for a free consultation, because you deserve to look your best.
Welcome back to Lackawanna County Stadium, top of the 6th inning on our first Federal Bank scoreboard. 5-1 Tunkhannock in the lead in this District 2 AAA final. There's reliever Joe O'Donnell. He's given up 2 runs, but he's really done a nice job in relief for Jeff Antolick.
Well, 2 runs is not, but in a ball game like this, I mean, 2 runs can be gotten back real quick by either one of these teams. So, I mean, as far as an outing by reliever, Joey O'Donnell's done a great job.
Coming up for Tunkhannock in the 6th. 6, 7, 8 hitters, Yablonski, Alden, and Quinn. The leadoff hitter is Jason Yablonski. Officially, he doesn't have an at-bat. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st and sacrificed in the 4th. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to Yablonski. O'Donnell's 0-1. Grounded to 3rd. Forshner throws out Yablonski for the first out.
This is the way O'Donnell normally likes to work. First strike on the hitter, another strike, get the ground ball, get the quick out, pop fly. That's O'Donnell's style of pitching.
Here's center fielder Sean Alden, the hitting star tonight for Tunkhannock. 2 for 2, 2 singles, a stolen base, a run scored, and 3 RBIs.
He's having quite a night tonight.
First pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. We mentioned last inning about the great job the outfielders have done, and Sean Alden, one of those outfielders, has had a nice night out in center field.
He had to cover some ground, chasing down a couple of balls Zambati hit.
Count is even at 1-1. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. 5-1 Tunkhannock in the lead. Alden fouls it first base side into the stands. O'Donnell ahead of Alden, 1-2.
Alden keeps his head in well and goes with the pitch. He doesn't try to pull everything. If the pitch is away, he goes away. Good contact hitter.
That pitch is low. Count evens at 2-2. Brian Quinn, second baseman, waits on deck. Alden pops it up in the infield. Day calls. He makes the catch for the second out. That brings up Brian Quinn. He's 1 for 2. Single and an RBI. And you almost say when you get 4 RBIs out of your 7, 8, and 9, out of your 7 and 8 hitters, things are going pretty well for you.
Well, Jeff, when we talked to Jeff earlier today, Jeff was concerned about the 6, 7, and 8, 9 hitters. He said, we have to get them out to stop their offense. And tonight, that's where the runs have been produced in this offense.
O'Donnell's 1-0 to Quinn. 2-0 now to Brian Quinn. And Quinn is hit by the pitch. Third player for Tunkhannock to be hit by a pitch, and that just shows you that Hazleton area trying to pitch inside. And we want to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Merchants Bank of Pennsylvania. Need funds for college, home remodeling, or a new deck? Call Merchants Bank of Pennsylvania for a home equity line of credit for low monthly payments, friendly service, and a low introductory rate of 6.89%. The Merchants Bank of Pennsylvania, located in Drums in Shenandoah. First pitch to designated hitter Ken Burridge is inside for a ball, 1-0. He's officially 0 for 1. He's sacrificed in the fourth. Quinn at first with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. 5-1 Tunkhannock in the lead. Grounded to short. Day goes the short way to end the inning. No runs, no hits, a man left at the end of 5.5. Tunkhannock leads on our First Federal Bank scoreboard, 5-1.
With complete dental services, including a full-service denture laboratory with a professional staff. Dr. Wise Denture Laboratory custom fabricates dentures utilizing the latest techniques, state-of-the-art procedures, and most denture repair and relines can be completed the same day. Your dental health and appearance is of the utmost concern to Dr. Wise and his staff. For complete dental care and denture service, visit or call Dr. Wise Dental Service for your complete dental care.
Welcome back to Lackawanna County Stadium on the First Federal Bank scoreboard. Bottom of the 6th, Tunkhannock in the lead, 5-1 over Hazleton area. Cougars have due up here in the 6th. 4, 5, and 6 hitters, John Forshner, Jude Platukis, and Joe O'Donnell against Jeff Pappy.
Pappy's been very consistent, steady rhythm. He's throwing the pitches where he wants to throw them. He's free, he's easy, he's not pressing himself. Doing a great job.
Forshner 1 for 2. He's singled. And quickly, Pappy ahead of Forshner, 0-2. The 0-2, high for a ball, 1-2.
He's trying to get him to chase a bad pitch.
Forshner fights off the pitch for his single into center field. He's a leadoff base runner here in the 6th, and basically that's what the Hazleton area Cougars need is base runners.
That's it, without a doubt. I mean, Pappy jammed him pretty well. Forshner's strong enough to get the ball out of the infield, pick up that base hit.
Brings up Jude Platukis. He's officially 1 for 1. He singled in the 1st and walked in the 3rd. Pitch is high for a ball, 1-0.
One 0-0 with the runner on first.
Platukas, short humpback line drive caught in the air by Crispel. Forshner gets back, but one down here in the 6th. Brings up Joe O'Donnell. He's 0 for 2. That's 2 straight hitters that Pappy's jammed.
Yes, he has. He's moving the ball in and out, up and down. He's doing a good job.
First pitch to O'Donnell is called a ball, 1-0.
It's a breaking ball there. He got it up a little bit.
O'Donnell fouls that pitch back against the screen. Count evens at 1-1. Forshner at first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hazleton area trails 5-1. Pickoff play, Forshner gets back. That's definitely the last thing you want to do is get picked off down 4.
No, you got to pay attention here. There's nowhere for you to go yet.
The 1-1, O'Donnell, soft ground ball to third. Daniels throws to first, gets O'Donnell. Forshner moves up to second, but 2 outs now here in the 6th. Brings up Neil Palumbo. He's 0 for 2. He's flied out to center twice. We want to remind you folks tuning in for Viewpoint with Don Pacenza's interview last night with Jack Bundy. He'll be on right after this game, and that'll be followed by Polka Connection right here on WYLN.
Change speeds there. Had Neil way out in front of that.
Forshner in scoring position, but 2 outs. 5-1 Tunkhannock in the lead. Pappy's 0-1. Inside, count evens at 1-1. Palumbo can keep this inning alive. Mike Heckman waits on deck. Pappy set the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Pappy out in front, 1-2.
Two strikes on Neil Palumbo now. Now he wants to concentrate and get a good part of the bat on the ball. Keep his head in there. You got a run sitting out there on second.
The 1-2. Caught a ball. Count evens at 2-2.
Good location pitch there by Pappy. I mean, that's down. If he chases it, there's nothing much he can do with it. It's down so low. It's a good location pitch with 2 strikes.
The 2-2 delivery. Palumbo with a drive to right field. Going back is Davis. It's off the wall. Forshner's going to score. Palumbo is going to round second. He's going to be on his way to third. The throw, not in time. RBI triple Neil Palumbo. Hazleton area trails 5-2.
He got that ball inside the Palumbo. Palumbo jumped all over it, pulled it right down the line, banged it off that 330 sign. Goes standing up into third, or sliding to third for triple.
And there's going to be a conference at the mound to talk to pitcher Pappy. We want to remind you that tonight's game is brought to you by Snaps Bakery, 222 West 17th Street in Hazleton. Snaps, home of the original pizza, open 7 days a week and always baked fresh daily. Snaps Bakery. But we saw that ball carried pretty well to right field.
Well, you got the wind blowing into that right field corner, but Palumbo jumped on that. He hit it right on the good part of the bat. He got out front and pulled it nicely. They had a chance of going out of here for a few minutes. It got real close.
Brings up catcher Mike Heckman. On the night, 0 for 2. He's grounded out to short twice. Palumbo at third with 2 outs, a run in, 5-2 Tunkhannock. Heckman a drive into the gap in left center field. Palumbo scores. Heckman rounds first. He's on his way to second. He's in with an RBI double. 5-3 Tunkhannock leads.
This is what we talked about early in the game, that Hazleton area has the ability to strike at you real quick. There's bang, bang, 2 extra base hits.
We are going to have a courtesy runner. Looks like Bobby Matrician to run for Heckman. And we are also going to have a pinch hitter for Scott Hoppy. It's going to be senior Neil Dubrovsky to bat for Hoppy. Here in the 6th, 2 runs in and another runner in scoring position. As Hazleton area tries to come back from a 4-run deficit.
Dubrovsky's a type of hitter. He hits with power. He hits line drives. He can hit the ball out of here. He's a strong enough kid to hit the ball out of this ballpark.
Matrician the runner for Heckman at second. Dubrovsky up. Pappy's first pitch to him. In there for a called strike, 0-1. Dubrovsky swings and misses. Quickly, Pappy ahead, 0-2.
Changed speeds there. Had Dubrovsky a little bit out in front of him. Neil's got to keep his head in now, concentrate, and make contact on the ball. Pappy's been real good with those 0-2 pitches.
This 0-2 to Dubrovsky. Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout of the night for Pappy, but Hazleton area gets 2 runs back on 3 hits, a man left. At the end of 6, Tunkhannock leads by 2.
Personalized service is alive and well at Tri-County Business Machines and has been for over 29 years. We carry everything for today's environment, featuring a full line of META, copying, and imaging products, a full staff of factory-trained technicians, deep discounts for over 25,000 items, a knowledgeable professional staff with over 169 years of combined experience. Tri-County Business Machines, a professional solution to all your business needs.
Hello, I'm Dr. David Noggle. People need to recognize the importance of eye care. I recommend yearly checkups for my patients to prevent eye problems and to monitor prescription changes in glasses and contacts. My practice is family-oriented because I believe eye care is important at every age. It's a great feeling watching a child walk out of here seeing clearly for the first time. To me, that's what eye care is about.
See Dr. David Noggle, located in Boscov's at the Laurel Mall. Dr. David Noggle for quality family eye care.
Welcome back to Lackawanna County Stadium, District 2 AAA final between Tunkhannock and Hazleton area on the First Federal Bank scoreboard. 5-3 Tunkhannock in the lead. But Hazleton area got 2 back in the bottom of the 6th to cut the deficit to 2. Joel O'Donnell will try to keep it that way and give his team a chance to tie or possibly win the game in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, we're looking at a situation here where we're back into a ball game here. 2 runs is not a lot for Hazleton area to score quickly. So Tunkhannock would like to probably pick up a couple insurance runs right here.
But the tough thing for O'Donnell, the top of the order due up for Tunkhannock. Matt Davis, Bob Daniels, and Ryan Crispel here in the top of the 7th. First pitch in there on the inside corner for a strike, 0-1.
It looks like those pitches are too far inside, but they're not. These Tunkhannock hitters are sneaking right in on top of the plate.
Here's the 0-1. And that hits Davis. So he's a leadoff base runner here in the 7th. He led off the first, and Daniels was around a bunt, so I would say he's around a bunt here.
Antolick's coming out to question that he did not try to get out of the way of that breaking ball, that he leaned in over the plate to get hit.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Merchants Bank of Pennsylvania. Need funds for college, home remodeling, or a new deck? Call Merchants Bank of Pennsylvania for a home equity line of credit for low monthly payments, friendly service, and a low introductory rate of 6.89%. The Merchants Bank of Pennsylvania, located in Drums in Shenandoah. And by Snaps Bakery, 222 West 17th Street in Hazleton. Snaps, home of the original pizza, open 7 days a week and always bake fresh daily. Snaps Bakery. Davis is going to be on with nobody out in the batter, Bob Daniels. And he's around the bunt. Gets it down. Great bunt. Forstner slips down. Everybody's going to be safe.
That was a perfect bunt. You couldn't have rolled it out there in a better place. Forstner has to pick that clean and come up throwing like a cannon, or he doesn't have them anyway. That's a real tough play for Forstner.
So with runners at first and second, nobody out, brings up the third place hitter, Ryan Crispel, officially 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. What kind of strategy would you look for here?
You got to look for another bunt here because you got first and second, nobody out. A bunt will advance them to second and third with one out. Then you've got two shots at trying to score guys from second and third. That's two runs that you're going to have an opportunity where a base hit will score two.
But if you do bunt and advance the runners, do you end up taking the bat out of Pappy's hands, you think?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll see how this plays out. Donald looks in. The first pitch to Crispel. He is around the bunt. And another beautiful bunt. Forstner picks it up, throws out Crispel. His sacrifice complete. 5-4. But the runners move up to second and third now with one out. Here in the top of the seventh as Tunkhannock tries to build on a 5-3 lead. Brings up cleanup hitter, pitcher Jeff Pappy. He has a chance to help himself. He is 1 for 2 on the evening. He's walked, singled, and scored a run. There's a look at the two base runners. On your right, that's Davis. He's at third. Daniels on the left part of your screen. He's at second. And Jeff Antolick is heading to the mound to have a conference with Joel Donnell, his infield, and catcher Mike Heckman.
Tunkhannock's been known to squeeze on you also. They're an aggressive type of ball club that they don't mind taking chances to try to score runs. They've already been bunting very well successfully tonight, advancing their runners, trying to steal bases, hit and run, and they will attempt to squeeze on you. So I'm sure Antolick's probably making his infield aware of what the possibilities are, of what they're going to have to be aware of defensively.
Coach Gary Slicky's pulled out all the stops tonight, and I'll tell you, that would be the most surprising thing to me, that your cleanup hitter, leading RBI man on the season, would be up there in a squeeze situation.
Not at Tunkhannock. It wouldn't surprise me a bit. Slick's been known to pull some wild things.
Infield up for Hazleton area.
Intentional walk.
And Pappy's been walked intentionally to load the bases for Dave Gay. And a courtesy runner again for Pappy. Gay 1 for 2 officially. He singled, walked, he has an RBI, and he scored 2 runs tonight. Infield will remain up. But the key for Hazleton area is they can get the force at home.
They've got to get that lead runner coming home. That's the key. They've got to stop that run from scoring. You don't want to be down 3 going into your last bat.
First pitch is low, 1-0. What do you feel about the rule that if Hazleton area wanted, they didn't have to throw the 4 pitches for Pappy to be walked?
Well, you know what? That's a fine high school rule to save time, but the thing is, those 4 pitches in a big ballpark like this, if you can't throw 4 pitches to walk them.
There's a drive to deep left center field. Off the wall. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Ball gets away from Heckman, and the bases are cleared. Tunkhannock in the lead, 8-3 on a 2-run double by Dave Gay.
That ball was driven deep. It bounced off the fence at the 371-foot sign. That ball was hit very well. It was hit into the wind and still carried off the wall.
On the double and the throwing error, Gay to third with 1 out, 3 runs in. Tunkhannock's lead is the largest of the night at 5 runs. And now up, Jason Yablonski to left fielder. Officially 0 for 1.
They've got the infield playing in it still. They don't want to give him any more runs.
And here comes a bunt. Forstner reaches out and tags Gay. And that's only 2 outs. Some of the Hazleton area players thought it was 3 and started off the field.
Yes, they did. There's that squeeze I'd mentioned earlier. I said that he will do anything to score runs. He's a very aggressive type of coach, so you've got to be ready defensively for anything, and there was that squeeze attempt.
That brings up center fielder Sean Alden. 2 for 3, 2 singles, 3 RBIs, and a run scored. He's helped to contribute to this 8-3 Tunkhannock lead. First pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Alden with a drive in the center field for a hit. On his way to third is Yablonski. He'll be held there. First and third, 2 outs for Tunkhannock. And brings up second baseman Brian Quinn. Third hit of the night for Sean Alden. One of the hitting stars for Tunkhannock on the night.
He keeps his head in well. He goes with the pitch, and he makes good contact. Alden's been having a big night.
Brian Quinn, 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. First pitch in there for a called strike, 0-1. Moving up to second is Alden without a throw, so now 2 men in scoring position for Tunkhannock. The count is 1-1 with 2 outs. 3 runs in here in the 7th. Tunkhannock leads 8-3 in this District 2 AAA final. Pitch is low, 2-1.
Beerman calling, see if they want to order.
Pitch is in there for a called strike.
Good pitch, good breaking ball there by Joey.
Yeah. No, it's 8 counts.
Count is even at 2-2. There's a shot into right field for a hit. Scoring is Yablonski. Scoring is Alden. 2-run single for Quinn. Tunkhannock leads 10-3. And Tunkhannock has batted around. Ken Burridge, the 9th batter to hit here in the 7th inning for Tunkhannock. 5 are in, a man at first with 2 outs. And it appears Tunkhannock on their way to a District 2 title.
Well, you can see how quick it happens. Once they start hitting, boy, these teams, they both have good offensive teams, and once it starts, it just keeps rolling.
Pitch is in there for a strike. Count is even at 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Burridge, a high hopper. Hoppy reaches for the tag, and he got him. But Tunkhannock scores 5 runs on 4 hits and error. A man left. At the end of 6.5, Tunkhannock leads 10-3.
Hazleton Women's Care Center has proudly been servicing the needs of area women since 1994, specializing in obstetrics and gynecology. Doctors Scott Muir and Fiorina Pellegrino are trained in all aspects of women's care. An extensive list of procedures can be performed in office, and laser surgery may require less than 1-day hospital stay. We also offer genetic counseling and high-risk pregnancy management services in cooperation with Lehigh Valley Prenatal Services. No need to travel for experienced care. Visit Hazleton Women's Care Center. When Janie Lou bakes a cake, it's like a taste of heaven. Janie Lou's Cake Shop bakes the most scrumptious cakes imaginable. Cakes for all occasions, birthdays, holidays, theme cakes, and of course the most fabulous wedding cakes on earth.
Now, if that's not enough, your mouth will be watering for Janie Lou's home-baked pastries and cookies. This month, try our fancy mini pastry trays or our theme-decorated graduation cakes. And don't forget Dad's cake for Father's Day. Janie Lou's Cake Shop, it's like a taste of heaven.
Welcome back to the Lackawanna County Stadium in Moosic for the District 2 AAA final between Tunkhannock and Hazleton area. There you see the scoreboard. 10 runs, 9 hits for Tunkhannock. They lead 10-3, and they're 3 outs away from a District 2 championship for the number 5 seed Tunkhannock Tigers. And there you see the First Federal Bank scoreboard, and if they do it, Tim Thompson, they will have defeated the number 1 seed Wallenpaupack and the number 2 seed Hazleton area.
Well, they're certainly playing well tonight, and the way things are going, I mean, they're looking for 3 outs now to become the champion.
Here's the leadoff hitter, Jesse Day. Pappy's 1-0. It's outside 2-0. Day will be followed by Grabelny and Zambotti here in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch is taken for a strike, 2-1. Day gets a base hit into left field to lead off this 7th inning.
One thing about either one of these teams, you can't count them out. Even with the lead like Tunkhannock has, you know, a 10-3 lead, you still can't count Hazleton out because they can explode real quick.
Next batter is Jesse Grabelny, 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Pitch is high, 1-0. What about the defensive strategy of Dave Gay holding Jesse Day on at first? You're up 7.
With the left-handed hitter, I mean, to hold him on, the 1 run's not going to make a big difference. But playing back behind that bag gives the defensive first baseman more ground to cover to stop a ball hit down the line. Better opportunity for an out.
Pappy's 2-0 pitch. It's high, 3-0. Waiting on deck, Gino Zambotti.
With the lead like this, Pappy's got to relax. Just throw the ball down the middle.
3-0 taken for a strike, 3-1. Now you need base runners. Is Grabelny taken again here?
Well, you need a lot of base runners. So you got to do whatever you can to get them.
The 3-1. Grabelny swings and misses. Count goes full to 3-2.
He chased the pitch up a little bit there. He's got to look for a pitch he can hit. Got to keep his head in there. Concentrate on the ball.
Pappy looking to pitch his way all the way back. 3-2 pitch. Grabelny fouls it off, and it'll go out of play third base side. It'll remain full. Day on first, nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Hazleton area trails 10-3 here in this District 2 AAA final here on WYLN, along with the councilman Jim Shapper on stats and Tim Thompson on Marty Burns. Thanking you for joining us on a very long evening here at the Lackawanna County Stadium in Moosic. The 3-2. Grabelny fights it off. It's going to fall for a hit. Day round second, but he'll hold there. First 2 men on base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Brings up Gino Zambotti.
Gino's driven a couple balls deep in this outfield tonight. He has good power.
He's 1 for 3. He singled, but he hit a very deep fly ball to center that Alden got right before the track. First pitch in there for a strike. Day's on second, Grabelny on first. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. 10-3, Tunkhannock in the lead. Pappy throws back to second. Day gets back. Even up 7, Pappy's still looking to pick people off.
Well, they use that time play. He looks, he turns back to the plate. The second baseman sneaks in, and he just whirls and fires. And a lot of times you'll catch a runner that's, if you're not paying attention, they'll pick you off.
Pappy checks Day. Zambotti with a fly ball to right field. Davis comes on, he makes the catch. He throws back to second to get Day on the double play. Heads up play by right fielder Matt Davis.
That ball come off the bat. Day must have thought it was going to fall in for a base hit because he got a long way off second base. When he realized it was caught, he had a long way to come back. And a good throw by the right fielder, Davis, got him at second for the force.
Now quickly 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Grabelny at first. Batter cleanup hitter John Forshner. 2 for 3, 2 singles and a run scored. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Pitch is fouled straight back, count even at 1-1.
Forshner was right on it. He just missed hitting it. Hit it on a good part of the bat, too. Fouled it off, but he was right on it.
The 1-1. Forshner grounds it foul down the first baseline. Hazleton area down to their last strike. Pappy ahead of Forshner, 1-2. Tunkhannock following up on their feet. Pappy's 1-2 pitch. Grounded to third. Daniels knocks it down. Throws out Forshner. Tunkhannock is the District 2 AAA champion. We'll be back to wrap it up from Lackawanna County Stadium right after this.
The seasons come and go, but here in Pennsylvania Dutch country, time stands still. And in this tradition of care and quality, we created Stroman Dutch country bread and rolls. Like soft, fresh potato bread, 100% whole wheat. And Dutch country potato rolls, each an original recipe, all delicious. Look in the Dutch country section for the kind of bread you thought went out with the horse and buggy. Dutch country, only from Stroman.
What do you get at Gemma Bikes? A full line of Trek, Klein, Bontrager, the highest quality bikes. Lifetime guarantee on all accessories. Top-of-the-line complete wheel sets. Free maintenance for life on all children's bikes with a trade-in policy you won't believe. Experienced professionally certified mechanics. A 1-year free parts and labor warranty. How-to clinics offered all year round. Welcome trade-ins and information about races and bike rides. It's all happening at Jama Bikes, just a mountain away. Personalized service is alive and well at Tri-County Business Machines and has been for over 29 years. We carry everything for today's environment, featuring a full line of meter, copying, and imaging products, a full staff of factory-trained technicians, deep discounts for over 25,000 items, a knowledgeable professional staff with over 169 years of combined experience. Tri-County Business Machines, a professional solution to all your business needs.
Great news, Hazleton. You no longer have to leave the area when your doctor orders magnetic resonance imaging. We have the 2 most technologically advanced units available today. Now you can have MRI in a modern, relaxing, comfortable environment. One unit's architecture is especially designed to eliminate claustrophobia. MRI at the Desson Center along the Hazleton Airport Beltway, an affiliate of the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance.
Back to Lackawanna County Stadium on our First Federal Bank scoreboard. It's final. Tunkhannock wins the District 2 AAA Championship with a 10-3 victory over the Hazleton area Cougars. And Tim Thompson, the key hitter, was the 7th place hitter, Sean Alden, going 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and 2 runs scored. But maybe the key hit of the night, Dave Gay with the bases loaded in the top of the 7th with that deep drive to left center field.
Well, without a doubt, Tunkhannock did the job tonight when they had to. They come up with the big base hit when they needed it, and that was the difference in this ball game.
Okay, we want to remind you viewers that coming up next, it'll be Viewpoint, last night's interview with Jack Mundy from host Don Pachentz, and that'll be followed by the Polka Connection right here on WILN. We also want to remind you, tune in to 35 Live in the next couple of weeks, daily, Monday through Friday at 11:30 a.m. with your host, Doug Farley, as he will let you know on what games of the District 18 Little League Tournament we'll be televising in the month of July. So tune in to 35 Live, Monday through Friday, 11:30 a.m. And now for our director, Jeremy Smith, for the councilman, Jim Shepard on stats, for Tim Thompson, I'm Marty Burns saying so long for music. Your final score, Tunkhannock, District 2 AAA champions, 10, Hazleton area 3. Good night for music.